right, guys, this is Going Dutch Radio Network. And guess what, people? We're back. We are back. I know. Podcast number 24.
I have not been here for like 3 weeks, and I am actually taking a road trip next Saturday. But then after that, I want to say that I will be here and committed the rest of the year. Maybe except for Thanksgiving. But that's on Thursday.
Thank you, Selfish Candy. We appreciate it.
Are you willing to sign a contract?
Guys, right now we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and even iTunes. That's right, guys. We're live on iTunes. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's going to be huge. Podcast number 24. We didn't do a show last week, did we?
No, we didn't.
Why didn't we?
Because you didn't respond.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't feeling it, man. I wasn't feeling too hot.
You were mad.
I was extremely pissed off.
Did you ever tell him why you didn't do the show? We don't have to get into it, but I'm just saying.
No, we don't want to get into it.
We should get into it.
Did you? No.
Come on.
9.
I tried to contact you to ask you if you want to do a show, but then you never responded. And I said, well, okay, fine. I guess the host doesn't want to do a show.
You should have at least responded. Come on.
You know what? The host does what the host wants to do.
That is true.
Is this a dictatorship?
All right, guys. I'm CJ, your host. To the left of me,
I saw White Boy Rick last Saturday night.
Is Blue. How's it going, Blue?
Oh, it's going really well.
Is it?
Kind of. I don't know.
Okay.
Move on to him.
And Mickey, it's been a while. To the camera's right. How is it going?
It's going well. Thanks for having me back. Good to be here.
We didn't know if you were going to be here tonight. You said you were, but I was like, what the hell's going on?
Well, you know the clock was ticking. I understand, and we got a little close, but we did get here. So
damn right, it was ticking.
You know what's weird is that you asked what our address was, and I'm like, he's been here plenty of times.
Well, I was coming from an area in the city that I wasn't familiar with, and I didn't want to miss the exit. So that's why I asked.
Gotcha. I thought you were going to get like an Uber here or something.
No.
I want to say one thing to the person getting the pizza later. I want to say thank you. And if you're listening, could you get me a Coke and I will pay you back?
Oh, my God.
I really appreciate that.
The vitamin water's not getting it done.
Candy is so entitled. And Candy.
I would really appreciate that.
Candy, how's your night going so far?
How's my night?
Yeah.
Oh, my night's great. You know, I fixed my lawnmower today. It took a while. I wanted to cut the grass, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because then I would have been tired for
Good.
All right. Can anybody give a list of all of our topics tonight? Anybody?
I will.
Oh, of course you will.
Okay.
All right, Candy. Let's hear them.
We're going to talk about the Schnucks buyout with Shop and Save. We're going to talk about, is St. Louis getting safer or more dangerous? Are we talking about...
Wow.
Oh, no. We are talking about East St. Louis shooting.
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
those are the bullet points.
Yeah.
How silly. Okay, so is St. Louis getting safer or more dangerous? Cardinals rallying to the playoffs. The giant mound in Crestwood.
Guys, 101.
Let me let you guys know. So we meet every Wednesday to talk about the topics, and Candy doesn't drink, so he's sober right now, and he still can't get off. These fucking
the giant mound in Crestwood, marijuana. Well, Missouri passed the bill, and I can't pronounce that last fucking word there.
You can't say astrology?
Astrology.
Jeez, this guy.
There we go. Astrology. Thanks, Mickey. Nice shirt.
That is a nice shirt.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And it's weird. You guys are both wearing red. Were you guys trying to match, or what's going on here? You two. I mean, you guys.
That shirt might as well say dick magnet.
You guys are definitely kind of related, but is this like twin brothers? We're gonna wear both the same fucking sweatshirt. What the hell?
Don't.
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. Okay. On that note, does anybody have anything they want to talk about over the past couple weeks? What they got into before we start the show, other than Candy?
Fuck.
Jesus, man.
Just let him talk.
Go ahead.
Let him talk now, because he's not going to have anything when we actually come up with the conversation topic. So.
Oh, my God.
That was great.
Just one of them.
And that's it.
No, you guys go ahead.
Will you scoot? I tell you what. Can you move the paint can just a hair towards?
Excuse me.
Yep.
Move
That's
the
perfect.
video
That's
prop.
perfect. That's perfect.
Why is the lighting so intense? Like, our faces are
it's
all
not
bleached out and
it's
shit.
It's just the screen. It's
Oh,
the
all right,
projector. Guys, we are live right now Going Dutch Radio Network. Please comment, and we will be opening up the phone booths after the first break. So
I like farts.
please call in after the first break at 636-926-6945.
That's right.
69. Woo.
All right, guys. So let's talk about Schnucks buyout
Boom.
with Shop and Slave. Now, guys, we do live in St. Louis, and this is going to be a St. Louis-themed podcast.
It's all about St. Louis tonight.
STL, okay?
Sorry.
With that being said, anyone who's watching from St. Louis, you are probably aware of the buyout. Schnucks is buying out Shop and Save. 14 other locations, right?
I think it's
Something like
19.
that, yeah.
Oh, 19.
Well, this is just what I've read.
Yeah, and Shop and Save, just for people in the other countries who don't know about this, Shop and Save and Schnucks are...
you can raise this, right?
yeah, I know.
They're large grocery chains.
Shop and Save and Schnucks, yeah, they're big local grocery chains. They're competitors. Shop and Save, unfortunately, did not do well, and they've been bought out by Schnucks. And there's a lot of people who are unemployed, myself
The evil
included.
empire.
Okay, so can we say at the table who's affiliated?
First of all, you're not unemployed. You have a full-time job.
No, but I mean, I was making some good side money there. I got paid out vacation. I got paid for holidays.
like hoeing on the street type of side money?
No. Well, I mean, it was, it was good. It was good spending money.
But you said you were going to quit anyway.
No, I mean, I was going to stay on as long as they were open. Why not? I mean, 4 hours a week, I make some money. Why not? Fuck it.
Well, you could take that to Schnucks now.
What else am I going to do?
Okay, so can we say who else at the table is affiliated with this story or not?
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
I think it's pretty obvious
He's
who
been
is.
boozing too much over there. What do you got in that vitamin water?
mean,
you got some vodka?
I
in
will.
there?
I will give my opinions on it. I don't really know much about the story as of yet. I just know what's in the news.
Candy works for Schnucks.
and there it is.
The cat's out of the bag.
Okay.
We're not gonna say.
Yes, I.
We're
work,
just talking about it.
Yes,
That's it.
I work for the company.
Which one do you work at?
Oh, don't.
I work for the company.
He's
and
worked at all of them,
I'm-
honestly.
I will just say this: I'm very happy with my job, and I like it. I love it.
What do you think of Craig Schnook? Is he a
And
dick?
I wouldn't want to do anything else.
How big do you think his penis is?
Yeah, do you think Craig Schnook has a small penis? I just want to know.
I'm not talking about this.
Do you
All
think,
right,
do,
let's
do you think
stop.
he's a schnook or a cuck or schnuck? Okay. All right. So
everyone are very nice people.
Oh, my God.
okay. So Schnucks,
Sell
who has like over 100 stores, if I'm not mistaken, now is about to get 119. So here's the thing. I know anybody in St. Louis, they're like, oh, I guess people are pissed off that Schnucks bought out some of those Shop and Saves.
Yeah, there's a lot of people upset about that.
But if anything, I feel like Schnucks saved Shop and Save by buying them out. Otherwise, they just would have closed, and all those employees would be laid off. Every single one of them, right?
It's true.
Why are you hearing that people are upset about this?
Well, there's a lot of people. Well, it's not correct that they're upset that Schnucks bought them out because they were going to fail anyway. Schnucks kind of helped them from completely sinking from
Right.
all of the people being unemployed.
Yeah.
So they've been kind of a savior.
So
in a
you're
sense.
saying
But I'm
Shop and
say-
Say would have closed anyway?
Yeah, because Super Value didn't want to. Because Super Value owned them, and then Super Value didn't want to have Shop and Saves anymore. They weren't making money from it.
Right.
So Shop and Save was on the market. They're looking for a buyer. Schnucks bought them. Schnucks is part of 655, the union, which I'm still a member of.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of union members get to keep their pay. They get to keep their benefits. So
Their tenure and stuff.
yeah. So somebody fart over here?
So are you going to go to Schnucks and work 1 or 2 days?
No, I'm not. Unless they guarantee me that I'm going to get my pay and my seniority and everything.
Well, how
Now,
are you,
wait,
how are you
wait.
going to know unless you interview?
Okay, wait, real quick.
I'm going to have to worry about it.
So with that being said, he just asked you that. Now, since they are part of the union, if you were going to be laid off, but instead Schnucks hires you on as a Schnucks employee, you still get to keep all your union benefits, right? If I'm not mistaken?
It'd be through the union. Everything's
Yeah.
through
So
the union, so you should keep everything.
Yeah, so this is a good thing that Schnucks is doing this. We
This-
should be sucking off Craig Schnuck as we speak.
This is the part that I really don't know a lot about with the benefits and everything like that. But the only way, if you do want to, continue in retail with Schnucks, you need to go apply.
Is there music playing right
and
now?
Get
Yeah.
interviewed for it.
It's nice to have background music.
Yeah, but it's
Is it
loud.
is it confusing?
yeah. I can't think or anything.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I'm just saying. Let me rant for a second here, though.
Sounds like Rush in the background. That's
Here
what
we
it sounds
go.
like.
guys, by the way, right now we're talking about the Schnucks buyout and Shop and Save. Go ahead, Blue.
No, but I worked for Shop and Save for 16 years. It was one of the worst run companies I've ever fucking seen. and there
Jeez.
were no.
Is that how you really feel?
Well, no. I mean,
He's saying this because he has another full-time job.
no. I've always felt that way. I thought that the thing about Shop and Save is that they never knew exactly what their vision was. Were they going to be, the cheap store you go to, or were they going to be like a Schnucks or Dierberg's and, have a higher quality experience when you're shopping?
Schnucks.
Well-
I will say this about Schnucks. Schnucks is ran very well.
Yeah.
Well, better than Shop and Save, obviously.
Well, I don't see how you can say when you haven't worked for them.
I've walked through their store. I think Dierberg's is better.
I disagree.
Why? How is wait? Dierberg's has a better deli. They got a better bakery.
You don't know that.
Except for
Snooks
has boar's head meat. That's
I
good too.
shop there.
It's fucking expensive.
I
though.
shop
It is,
there,
but it's
so
delicious.
I know,
It's worth the money.
coming from a consumer's point of view, I think Dierberg's is superior to.
Well, you're entitled to that opinion.
Well, we know why you have your opinion because you work there, but that's fine.
Oh,
well,
Jesus.
Yeah, but I'm speaking.
Why don't you go there as a consumer once, and then maybe you can come up with a better objective opinion.
I've been to dozens of stores, working at those stores
with your boss behind you, probably.
No,
No.
I've been all over the place. And
Cupping your balls.
He's been everywhere.
And I'm telling
man.
you that
everywhere.
it's just a very well-run business.
Well,
He's
I
been
work for
everywhere.
another company, Glazers, and I stocked liquor at both stores. Let me tell you,
Glazers
the
is a-
liquor department at Schnucks, they're kind of blasé. They're like, whatever, just fill it, just make it look good. Dierberg's, that guy was on my ass 24/7.
first of
I
all,
think
Big
that, I think
difference.
depended on
First of
store
all-
to store.
first
though,
of
man.
all,
Personal experience.
you were so wrong on that one.
How am I wrong on that?
You're so fucking wrong.
Did I not have that experience, or am I lying right now?
No,
You tell me.
You were entitled to your opinion, but it was a hard job to have.
What was our job?
Glazers.
What the hell? What are you talking about? What I'm saying is that
Why are we getting so sidetracked?
I delivered to Schnucks and
Selling
Dierberg's, and Dierberg's was very strict about how they wanted their liquor department to look. Schnucks was not. Schnucks was
maybe-
very.
Well, maybe you just had a couple bad
Loosey-goosey.
experiences.
But that's because a lot of the co-managers ran the liquor department instead of a liquor manager.
Yeah, well,
managing the
that's
liquor
what
department.
Dierberg's had. They had a liquor manager.
Right.
Schnucks has liquor managers
Well, okay, well,
all
this
over
was,
the place.
All I know is
He
that
just
their
gave you a
liquor.
deep breath. Did you see how he's like?
I know he's like getting offended over here.
I'm not
because-
getting offended.
I know you. I mean, you take your
he just,
company
he
so
just ate his
seriously.
mic
Because-
fucking cover. He's so
because
pissed off. He's like,
I'll just say this.
You love Schnucks.
I do.
You think about them. You actually love Schnucks.
I do.
You're admitting this.
I like my job.
what if Craig Schnook right now said, "I want to sleep with you"? Would you say yes, Candy?
Would you do it?
For a promotion,
Would it happen?
For more money?
multiple level promotion.
I'm not commenting.
You say you're not coming or coming?
The answer is yes. No. No, but look, whatever. I'm just going by my own experience. I think Dierberg's has a better, there's just a much better shopping experience that one has when they're at Dierberg's. That's all I'm going to say.
I think it depends. All depends on the location.
And it does depend on the location. I agree.
Okay, so
I've been to all of them.
So, but here's the thing about Dierberg's. So Dierberg's, they don't have their own distribution center like Schnucks does, right?
No.
Schnucks they have a massive distribution center that has all those fucking groceries just waiting at one big
Massive.
warehouse. Dierberg's never had one. Guess what Dierberg's used as their distribution service? Super Value. So what's going to happen to Dierberg's? Are they going to be able to still use Super Value's
Yes.
warehouse?
No,
or are
they
they
will.
completely fucked?
Well, no, that's
You know what I mean?
No, that's what Super Value wants to do.
Yeah,
They
that's probably a
want to be a
moneymaker.
giant warehouse, kind of like Amazon or whatever, and just distribute, groceries and products. They don't want to have stores where people come in and buy shit.
So
just
they wanna
wanna
be
send
like-
it out on trucks.
So you're saying that Super Value and ShopSave wants to be like the pimp. They want to be a pimp.
They want to be sort of a middle management of
Slapping them hoes.
Yeah, of the product.
Knocking them bitches.
The middle management. They don't want to be the smaller guy who's on the corner. They want to be the guy who's like right around there. Yeah,
Interesting.
it makes sense.
I like your thoughts.
I like you.
Okay.
And I like and by the way, I do like Schnucks. I like shopping there. But Shop and Save,
We guys
man,
go fuck now?
it's just it's tough for me because I worked there for so long.
I
To see
can't
that
comment
store
on
close
Shop and
down.
Save because I've never worked there.
Some of the best people I've ever met, hard-working people.
I have so many
Schnucks-
stereotypes about Shop and Save that I'd like to say, but I feel like I'm going to get yelled at. So.
Schnucks.
By
Schnucks.
Blue over there?
About and I know a lot of people that have worked there or used to work there or that are still working there. Everybody
mind,
there
speak your mind.
everybody looks like hicks that work there mostly.
Really?
I say about the 75%. They always seem hickish, like hick, like Like they're all down south in a lot. They're all Hoosiers.
He was,
most of them.
he was about ready to bust out a South County comment there.
You are gonna get
No,
yelled at.
dude, what are you talking about? I've lived in South County. Give me a break.
But you worked at Shop and Save,
I know.
so
I quit.
I worked at Schnucks.
I worked
And
at
I quit.
Schnucks. I worked at Schnucks.
Yeah.
We all have been ass deep in Shop and Save and Schnucks. I mean, we've all been there.
I've never worked for Shop and Save.
but you're but you're saying that Shop and Save's
That's
employees.
his exclamation point.
oh.
You're saying that Shop and Save employees in general seem to look like they're impoverished or something.
Not all of them, but a lot of them. I mean, it doesn't even matter what demographic or which store you're going to across St. Louis.
This is a slippery slope.
I have a question. I'm going to throw this
No,
out.
I'm serious. I'm not just saying this to talk shit or to create a buzz on the show right now. I'm serious. It seems like Shop and Save people like you ever just like, okay, let me put it to you this way: at Schnucks or T-Burgs, all the like girls at the checkout.
I mean,
all
if you go to the one in Farmington, maybe. I mean, which
all-
ones are you going to?
All the people that check you out, what are the register people, cashiers,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like at Schnucks and Deerbergs, they seem like they're nice and they might chit chat while they're not busy with the customer, but they all just seem kind of proper and they know what their job is to do. And like Shop and Save, I feel like they're just kind of like hanging there. They're like, "What's up, bitches?" You know what I mean? They're just like, they like just kind of like this. I don't give a
Kinda
flying fuck
loosey-goosey,
about- yeah,
yeah.
loosey goosey, which might be the company's problem. At the higher up management, I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
And some of them have a lot of missing teeth.
Personally, I like to think of, the people who are cashiers as human beings. They have their own opinions and they have their own, whatever. I don't want them to function as robots like, servants.
You
to
sound very liberal right
Like,
now.
Yeah, dude.
Well, because I am in some cases. I feel that people want so much out of people who make nothing. They're like, oh, well, that cashier, they look like they're pissed off today. Well, they're making $8 an hour. Why the fuck do you think they're pissed off?
You know what though? I started
Get
there,
a
and I
different
was never
job.
pissed off.
Get a different job if you
I-
want to make $8 an hour.
I started.
What if that's all that they can get?
No.
I started.
If you can function a
Oh,
cash
shut-
register, you
that
can
is
do.
such
Mickey,
bullshit.
You can be a
Mickey.
janitor.
No, Blue. I started making minimum wage
Good for you.
a long time ago. Okay, and I'm making a pretty good living now.
Yeah, because you wanted to kiss ass and you want to, raise up in the company.
No,
That's
No,
what you wanted
no,
to do.
no, what?
I
No, no,
never.
listen.
You
kissed
sold
ass.
out. You
No.
sold out so that you can make more
No,
money.
listen.
That's what it was.
I would agree with you in 99% of most
I
jobs
worked
and
hard.
most jobs in most cases. I
Sold
do
out.
agree with you, but it seems like at grocery stores, because of how the union works and et cetera,
It's
et cetera,
tenure.
I feel like at grocery stores, if you just do your job and you're just good, not like you're going out of your way to be good.
Yeah.
I know many people now that I started working with, 6, 7, 8 years ago, and I don't want to say they're go-getters, but I mean they're decent. They're decent at their job, not like great, but a lot of them are managers now.
Hey.
Like if you put in the time, you can be there. You don't have to be, this fucking. I'm not. What am I trying to say?
Miserable human being
You
who
don't have
just
to
wants
suck
to
dick.
complain.
You don't have to suck dick to climb the ladder. Is what I'm saying at,
No, not
at
really,
grocery
no,
stores. I don't
no.
think
This goes for anywhere. We're just in general with people with jobs. If you're not happy with something, you have the choice if you want to stay there or not. And if you're not happy with what you're making, no one's gonna feel sorry for you.
No, but the
Get
thing
out there and
is,
do something about it.
No, but here's my point: is that you go through the through the checkout lanes, and the person doesn't look bright or sunny, and they're not smiling constantly. So
No.
fucking what? Just get over yourself. Get your groceries and get the fuck out.
Blue,
Isn't that big of a fucking
Blue,
deal?
if you work in customer service, you have to respond
Act
a certain
fake
way.
the whole time.
It's not being fake. Everyone
You
has bad
can't-
days.
Wait, so for 1 second you can't say, you know what? It isn't.
Come on, man.
You know what? It's not a big deal
No,
if they
people
don't act like they're happy.
People don't want to shop anywhere around miserable people.
But how? All right. So you brought up that point. You said whenever
Don't point at me.
Leave it at the door.
You said whenever you went to Shop and Save, you said they look like hicks, and then you said that they look like they weren't happy. Right? Is that what you said?
Yes.
So, I mean, did that really bother you? Like, were you like,
Yes.
God, why don't they smile more
It's-
and act like they're happy? So
Yes
that,
and no.
So that I feel better about myself.
Let me explain. Yes.
What does that say about you as a human being?
It did affect me because at least try to act like
Act.
yes.
So you want people to act like they're happy?
Yes.
Oh my
though they're
god!
not
At
happy.
my work,
Yes.
if I really acted how I want to act, I would fucking it wouldn't be good. It would not. I would be fired tomorrow.
Blue, you need.
Why don't we all just act like how we really feel?
No.
Wouldn't that be a better world?
You would be fucking fired tomorrow if you acted like yourself.
You see how that's working out
No,
for the
not at
president?
all.
Really? You jerk off nonstop in public places when you're off work. Imagine doing that at work.
I don't jerk off nonstop in
Blue,
public places.
come on, man.
What about you? What about you? What about you and your jerk off obsession? We know about what you do.
All right,
We're not
so
gonna get
next
into that.
topic's gonna.
No,
All right,
no,
guys.
no. We're still talking about this because
We're talking about Schnook's buyout
whatever.
and Shop and Save. Let's burn this down. Do we have any final thoughts? Anything we want to get out? You got anything, Mickey?
No, I've been out of the grocery business for so long that I really.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is find a different job, people. Get a better job, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Isn't that
yeah.
the easy thing to do?
No, that's not
Yes.
the moral of the
It's-
story.
Whenever you're making good money, that's what people say.
Listen, that's
No
not the
way.
moral. That's not the moral of the story.
That's
The
what
moral,
people say.
the moral of the story in general is, if people are not happy, I'm not talking about Schnucks and Shop and Save. If people are not happy with what they're doing, it's up to you to make a change. And if you don't want to make a change, nobody wants to hear you complain 24 hours a day.
Nobody's complaining. They just don't look happy. That's what
Oh,
they do.
people complain. They wear it on their face.
It's hard to smile when you don't
It
have
comes
teeth.
out of your mouth. But the fact is, if you're in a job, if you're in a customer service job, you need to act differently than you were at home.
Just imagine this. Instead of the debt collectors, imagine if a debt collector called you and they were trying to be nice and be like, hey, we kind of need your money. Imagine if they were like, really how they really feel. You think they like their job? They're like, just give them the fucking money, you piece of
A
shit.
debt collector, that's how they act. When they leave a voicemail? Are you kidding me? They don't act like they're nice.
Come on.
They act very threatening. They're like, you need to pay this right now, motherfucker.
Or I'm going to take
That's
your children.
exactly
Wow,
what
they
they
dropped
say.
the MF.
I'm gonna take your fucking children, motherfucker.
I just can't believe, especially you, Mr. Bernie Sanders over here. You're like, hey, just get a different job. Make
Hey,
more money, baby.
Hey, I don't even have a college
Bring on the
degree,
cheese.
so I don't want to listen to anybody whine.
yeah,
about
Mickey,
anything.
but you try. You try.
I do.
And you've tried your whole life. You've had a lot of different jobs. When your company didn't work out,
Yep.
you got a different job, right?
That's what you do.
And I've never heard Mickey complain about, oh, boo-hoo, I'm getting laid off. I don't like my job. No, he found another one.
I will admit, I am the perfect testament as well for that.
Yeah, he's gone through 50.
Yeah, I mean, and I finally landed in a good job that I like that I've been with for 3.5 years, and I like it. And I've worked my dick
So,
off.
all right, so
from
literally
nothing.
everybody in the country can go find a better job. So who's going to do the shit jobs where you don't make any money? The Mexicans?
Well, we don't
Is that
allow
what
them
we're
in the
gonna do?
country
What are you
anymore.
talking about, man?
No, but the whole prevailing theory is that everybody can do better if they try more.
Sure.
But
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But at
They
the end
can.
of, but at
But
the,
not necessarily
at
not
the end of
necessarily
day,
the same
some-
job though.
at
You
the-
have to leave companies sometimes.
At the end of the day, someone has to work the shit jobs that don't make any money. Somebody has to.
Correct, and those
Right.
should be the 16-year-olds like I did working at the grocery store. Unless you can move up the chain, like Candy over there, you move up the chain if that's what you want to do. But
Took me
I did
9
not want to do
years.
it.
9 years.
9 years.
Yeah.
9 motherfucking years.
But I was
900
but I was
years.
like I was 20 when I started, and I didn't want anything serious
No,
at the
I
time.
started at 16. I just wanted
I
a
still
job.
don't, to be honest with you.
Pay for the gas and the car and the insurance. you know?
Some people are just not meant to be managers, and that's fine. But you have to decide what you want to really do as
How
an
many
adult.
people are losing their jobs at Shop and Save? Like, how many people have lost? How many stores are closing? Like, they are not being bought
I
out.
think it said 19 or something like that.
How many employees are in each store? Like, roughly. If
I
you had to
heard
guess.
900 to 1,300.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
And how many is Schnucks going to save? They're buying 19 stores.
Nobody knows.
Well, I don't think they're
Well,
going to
no,
keep all the stores open.
1,300 or I think that's like the
That's
the
the
number
casualties.
is 1,300 people who are going to be laid off.
That's after the okay. That's the total amount of casualties. Gotcha.
Are they doing any kind of severance or anything for the employees?
Yeah, we get severance.
Well,
Well,
they're-
Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised.
that'll get us through
I guess that's a
Christmas.
union thing.
Well,
well,
not me,
it's,
but-
something's better than nothing. A lot of companies just close the door and say, "Guess what? You're shit out of luck."
Well, we're in a union. We've been paying dues since I don't know when.
Yeah.
So they got to do something, right? That's why we pay dues.
So
right?
are the managers? The managers are always non-union at grocery stores, so
Yeah.
they're probably fucked at Shop and Save unless they get really lucky and get
No,
hired on by Schnucks.
actually, it's a sad story. Our new store manager, Marlon, he came all the way, I think, from New Orleans about 2 months ago to become a store manager at Shop and Save, not knowing that the company was going down. And he had a big meeting, and he's like, I had no idea that the store
See,
was going to
those
close.
are the people that I really
guy
feel
moved all
bad
the way-
for.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
the funny thing is,
Abso-fucking-loo.
and the problem with the company, and I'll give you on this one,
It's a
is
poorly
the
run
lack
company.
of transparency.
Oh yeah.
The total
they
lack
don't
of.
say
I mean, when I
anything.
lost my job, I mean, I knew a good year and a half in advance that I was losing my job. They're like,
Yeah, you're lucky.
yeah. They're like, we're gonna let you know. You can, you have an option of working from home, but if you choose not to do that, we're giving you enough time to, and they were even, open to like, if you want to interview with another company, we'll, give you time off.
Right.
Blah 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 blah. But yeah, that's pretty shitty.
Oh,
It is, man.
That's really shitty.
absolutely. Especially for Marlon. I mean, the poor guy moved 600 miles or however many miles to come work. He thinks he has an opportunity, and then the whole thing's just collapsing right in front of him. He doesn't have a job.
But at least, you can actually put some kind of ray of hope on it or whatever you want to put. I mean, at least he has that on his resume now.
One of the fans of the show said, "I didn't realize working at Shop and Save made me a hick." I'm not saying everybody. Okay, I made that very clear.
I
knew-
tried to warn him he was going down a slippery slope. Just probably had a bad day.
I'm just a bill, just a plain old
No,
bill, and I'm sitting on Capitol Hill.
I really mean this. That I met some of the greatest people I'll ever met at Shop and
Are you
Save.
gonna fucking cry?
No. I'm just saying.
I
that,
wish you would.
Well, no, it's
fucking
just
cry,
that it's just that
motherfucker.
you people over here have such a blasé attitude about Shop and Save employees. These are
First of all, hold
these,
on. No,
these
no,
are
no,
people
no,
who
no, no,
fucking
no.
work hard.
No.
Hard workers.
I've never said one bad
Hard
thing about
workers.
anyone who worked for Shop and Save.
All right,
Not one
well,
bad
all right.
thing.
I'm not including you then. Then it's just him. But no, but
I would never say anything bad about anyone who worked in the grocery business.
Like I mentioned before, the people who work at Schnucks, they're like, people at West Point. They're West Point graduates. Everything is bureaucratic. The people at Shop and Save, they're in Vietnam. It was fucking Nam. There was no rules.
What the fuck is going
No,
on here?
Dude, I don't know,
seriously.
man. I don't know.
No.
I think you need to get out more.
No. There were some days
Vietnam.
where you'd get called up to check. You had to go to liquor. You had to
Hopefully
go
we
to
don't have any
grocery.
What the hell are you talking about right now?
skeleton
If we have any
crew.
veterans listening, they might be kind
Real
of pissed
quick,
off
guys,
by that,
real quick.
that topic there.
We have to do a just announce that we're doing a live podcast right now. People, Going Dutch Radio
This
Network.
guy's a robot. Robot.
We're live at 8 p.m. almost every single Saturday night. That's right. We're live right now.
Good topic.
We will respond to your comments. Please comment and call us. We're going to open the phone booths after the first break. So in about 30 minutes or so, 45 minutes, we will be open the phone booths. When they are open, please call us 636-926-6945 and like us on Facebook. And we're on YouTube and Facebook.
Help us,
and
Donald Trump.
iTunes, people. This is a St. Louis podcast. Please support local, right?
Yeah,
Support
absolutely.
fucking local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, it is. I feel like it's a crime if you don't.
Well, I'm just and kind of getting back on our
Drinking local
our,
beer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, actually, they're not really too local anymore. If we had Four Hands or something along those lines.
Well, the workers are downtown.
But yes, you got to support the workers.
Got to support the workers.
I almost wonder though if
Don't talk,
Schnucks is
show.
buying this or buying them out because they're concerned. Have you noticed about Aldi's popping up all over the
Fuck
place?
yeah, dude! I shop there.
Aldi's is they're coming around. I wonder if Schnucks
Yeah.
is kind of shitting their pants a little bit about it.
Well,
I don't know about that one.
But I think all these.
I felt like
sucks,
Shop and Save was kind of the in between of
what I
Schnucks
said.
and Aldi's.
Yeah.
Aldi's was
That's
the
what
super
I-
cheap
yeah.
and
They
efficient.
never made up their mind about what they wanted
Yeah.
to be.
And
That
all
was
these
their problem.
employees, they get paid pretty decently
They
for
do.
grocery stores.
Yeah,
Well, it's non-union, isn't it?
Well, I know.
it is,
Well,
but they have benefits and everything though. I know because
I don't
actually
know if
tried
they're
getting a
union or
job
not,
there.
but I know they have good
I
benefits.
actually,
and
Do you know how much
pay
it starts at just to
No,
be
I
an
have no idea.
associate?
No, I work with a guy who used to work at Aldi's, and he said they start out making I think $13 an
Yep.
hour, but he said you work your fucking ass
But
off.
see,
you do.
Well, that's
everything.
you're working your ass off
I would
for
be
more
perfect
money.
for that
That's how it
job, man,
goes.
because I like keeping busy. But I mean, even the store, everybody's keeping fucking busy, man, and
Yeah.
it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Get
Yeah.
off your high horse.
You have to work hard to want things.
There's a lot of people who work
Extra.
hard and they don't get what they want.
Well, then it's time to
then
move
they're
on.
at the wrong company.
You can
Oh.
always get what you
Yeah,
want.
exactly.
If you try sometimes.
And there's
you just
companies
might
out there.
find.
I've worked at them.
All right, what's
there's
the next
companies
topic?
out there that don't take care of their
Guys.
employees.
Please let us know what your thoughts about Schnucks and Shop and Save and the whole buyout. We want to know.
That was 38 minutes.
Going Dutch Radio.
Good topic, though.
Next.
Work. Hold on.
Next,
We got some comments that I can't see.
I can't see him either.
I can't.
somebody
I
pull
don't-
out their phone.
I don't, someone pull up. We're all old. We can't fucking see anything. Do you see
What are you,
I
26?
I read a comment by one guy on the
Isn't he the youngest here?
I think
website
he
who
is.
said we were
Yeah.
hilarious. I like that.
Oh yeah, we're fucking funny people. I feel like the show's going pretty good so far. I don't know about you.
I like it.
I think my blood pressure's to the roof.
Do you really?
Yes.
You having a heart attack over there? Are you
No,
okay? I mean,
because I care a lot of people work
does
at
anybody know
shop and say-
CPR? Because I do not.
No, I'll be fine. I run every day,
Okay, good.
I think.
You have the doggies.
Oh,
Sounds like the beginning of a Jane's Addiction song.
I don't know if you
dog.
guys ever have... That's good. I like that.
That was pretty good.
Okay. Anyway,
all
whatever.
right.
Yeah, there you go.
Dun, dun.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Is St. Louis getting safer or more dangerous?
Boy, that's a good question. It's getting safer, obviously.
Depends on where you live. Depends on where you live.
Topic number 2: Is St. Louis getting safer or more dangerous? Go. Anybody? Mickey.
City or county?
St. Louis. Just
Either one.
if you had to explain St. Louis to somebody.
well, okay. If I had explained somebody,
far away.
so okay, and correct me. I don't know what you go to Kansas City a lot more often than I do. Kansas
He's
City,
wearing a Kansas City
Correct.
fucking hoodie right now,
Correct.
people.
So Kansas City basically encompasses the city of Kansas City and the suburbs. Correct.
Yep.
St. Louis is broken down to the city, and then there's suburbs. And they
Burbs.
don't do the same taxes. County tax. If you live in the county, your taxes go towards county construction, whatever you want to call it. If you live in a city, it goes towards strictly that.
Same as
So
St.
we
Louis.
don't. Correct. So,
now.
in the grand scheme of things, I mean, people keep moving further west from the city.
Do you know why?
Yeah, because they don't want to live in the ghetto because it's getting bad downtown.
You think it's getting worse?
I
Oh,
believe so.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like in the past couple of years, or is it been just progressively, evenly getting worse
Every year
by
it's
year?
getting- every year it's
decade?
getting
I think
worse.
every year it's getting worse.
There's shootings
Down
every
the city.
day. It's awful.
Yeah.
It's no way to live looking over your shoulder if you live down there
Correct.
and you actually just want to do
And
your
it-
job and go home.
And it's actually coming toward the county. It really, I mean, that
Well, yeah, there's shit going on in the county, too.
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
murders and, stuff like that.
Not
there was a
as-
murder across the street from my house over at Walmart.
Not as much as up north.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
hopefully it stays that way,
So-
but we'll see. I
You
mean,
hope that there's murders?
No, I
No.
hope there aren't, murders in the county.
That's why people keep moving further west from the city because
Yeah.
they want to feel safer.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
anyone? who's-
Certain parts of the city are okay, but
Yeah.
downtown and the further north you go, it's absolutely
I
awful.
was actually just right before the show. I was in North City, and I felt safe. I mean, with the people.
Where,
that
where
are
were
around.
you at, North City? Like what?
No, we were close to the dome.
Okay.
Probably walking distance. To maybe,
Is that North City?
Yeah.
But you're still on
Yeah,
like
that's North City.
edge
Yeah.
every time you're like down in that area.
Well, I mean, it
you want to be
depends-
around people. Every time I go
Well, I
to
mean,
a
we
ball,
were around people. So.
every time I go to Busch Stadium, I always make sure I walk with people, and I'm never isolated alone with my girlfriend or anything like that because honestly, I just don't want to get shot.
Well, I will say that the news really pumps up that shit, though. Every morning I
do
turn
agree with
on,
that.
they're like, murder, murder, murder,
Yeah.
murder, murder.
Well, they gotta
and
get
you're
their
just
they're
ratings.
like,
they're just reporting the news.
They got to get their
well,
ratings.
they are, but at the same time, they put so much of a focus on it that's all that you think
There
about.
needs to
Someone
be a
got killed.
there
Someone got
needs to be
killed.
a focus on it because it's getting out of control.
But
You
they've
really-
been focusing on it for a long time, and it's not getting answered. There are no answers.
It's
to
not
this.
gonna get any answers because it's not going to stop.
because there's not going to be any more funding for the police because the
But-
city people don't make any money.
But if you scare
which is
the
why they live in the
shit-
city.
If you scare the shit out of people from going downtown, then you're gonna really have a problem because there won't be any money going.
First
down.
off, you
I'm
were just
scared to go downtown.
You know, it's funny. So
I'll
you were
go
saying
downtown. I don't care.
in St. Louis, if you live in St. Louis County, all your taxes
Certain
go
areas.
in St. Louis County. If you live in St. Louis County, all your taxes go to the county of St. Louis. If you live in the city of St. Louis, it all goes to the city, and the city's going to shit, and the counties are still they're just staying as they are, right?
Correct.
Cucks and suburb, and housewives. With that being said, they are trying to make a bill right now, if I'm not mistaken. I've heard this just a few days ago for somebody that they're trying to make a bill where it's all mixed together. It's
Kinda
all
like
one.
Kansas City.
Yeah, so it's all going to be one where the county will pay into the city, half and half. Do you think that will revamp? Do you feel like putting, partially, some of the county's tax money into the city? Do you think that's going to revamp and help out the city?
I don't think it's even going to pass.
No, that will
If
definitely
it did
not
pass, I'm saying.
No,
Like, if it
yeah.
did.
No,
Like,
well,
Okay.
because they've clearly been so negligent with the money that they have already. The trash pickup is
Trash pickup what? What are you talking about?
Well, in the city, they don't have enough money to pay
The employees pick up the trash.
employees to pick up the trash.
So-
There's trash everywhere in the city.
In the city of St. Louis, who does the trash pickup? Is literally the county that is in charge of picking it up.
No, it's the city, I guess.
So why don't they just charge each person money? Here in Webster, like you have to pay like $20 a month.
Yeah,
to,
I have to
have
pay
trash.
to get my
Yeah.
trash picked
I
up.
every
think,
county's
no,
like that.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're taxing them for it, but they don't have the money. So where's the money going?
No, I have to pay a private organization just to do that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
Like I mean, I have to pay Midwest or whoever the fuck it is, Midwest Management or whatever. This is a new one that just got acquired.
I can't remember.
But it's
the name of
privately
them
owned,
either.
like-
Yeah,
I don't know if they do that.
We
or not.
pay every month for trash pickup.
Right,
Yeah.
right. No,
where I live.
Yeah, but I mean, I figured they're doing that in the city, but they still weren't getting their trash picked up.
Well,
Well, maybe they're not paying the bills. I mean,
But
it's just a bill.
I've never heard of someone getting their trash picked up for free.
No, but
They got to pay the employees that do
But
it.
here's my
Just burn
point:
it.
is that
Yeah.
trash pickup has to be like the top 5 agendas, because if you don't pick up trash, there's going to be disease, there's going to be problems. So why is there not money to do this? What are they spending the money on?
I don't know the answer to that
Exactly. None of us do.
They're probably spending it on stadiums.
People,
Stadiums,
anybody,
stupid shit.
audience, if you're watching right now, please just simply answer safer or dangerous. Is St. Louis getting more safe, or is it
Definitely
getting more
more
dangerous?
There's
Please,
trash everywhere
let us
and
know.
rats and
Comments,
shit.
please
Aren't we
comment.
There's going to be huge rats biting us.
Isn't St. Louis City the second most dangerous city?
I think
That's
behind
what
in
they
the
say.
country.
But I
Detroit,
think,
what they say.
but I think statistically speaking, that's because of how it's mapped. Because St. Louis City is only
the actual city.
the actual
St.
city.
Louis is a good place to live. Okay, don't
Yeah,
get
it
me
is.
wrong.
All the counties, they're completely.
I don't know about North.
You
County.
got to watch yourself wherever you go.
I don't.
After
that's-
it's kind of going
There's
downhill.
some good areas in North County, but
Yeah.
there's also some really bad areas in North County.
Well, and being kind of a fan of the city of Kansas City overall, I've noticed that even
You're always
though
for the underdog.
no,
buddy.
I mean like
always for the fucking underdog.
well, there's like some areas that in St. Louis they'd be so run down. They'd be there'd be drugs everywhere and crime. They're actually pretty nice. They actually have a lot of cultural things. They have coffee shops.
So does St. Louis.
Yeah, but there's some. I mean, it's
Well, that's
all-
over by the zoo
well,
though, where they have a lot of.
There's
that stuff.
almost like a dividing line where don't cross this line. This is where it gets really shitty.
Yeah.
In Kansas City, they don't have that.
so it just
So that's the problem.
it slowly merges into you're gonna get shot.
Yeah, the line is coming closer.
Do they let you
Yeah.
know? Like, oh, hey, by the way, you.
Here's the problem.
They don't have a lot
There's
of crime
signs
over there.
posted.
People who are committing these crimes, murders, horrendous acts, they don't care. It's like they don't care about anything. They'll come up and they'll get what they want from you, and then they'll just shoot and kill you.
Whoa! Who's
what a
they?
criminal
Wait!
is.
What are we talking about right now?
Criminals.
Criminals are what?
What?
What are they doing?
They are just going up to people in all these bad places. They're robbing them, and then they're shooting them. When they have what they have, when they have their wallets and everything that they wanted, they're shooting some of them. Okay, a guy down at Bush Stadium got paralyzed, got shot in the back, now he's paralyzed for the rest of his life. You just have to be observant and watch your ass when you're out and stay among people.
You got to learn how to duck better.
Oh,
No.
that's bad.
That's what it's about.
No, it's I feel awful for the
Is
victims.
Here's the thing: is it so, Candy? You believe that it's the people living in the city that are causing the city to get worse? Is that correct?
Not necessarily. I think there's a small group of people wherever you go in the city. It just happens to be up north, to where they're making it very dangerous for the good people who want to live in the city, and all the people in the city can't just pick up and move because they can't afford it, so they're stuck and they don't know what to do, and it's not getting any better. So what can everyone do to make a change? That's basically what I'm saying.
So with that being said, Blue, you believe, unlike Candy, where it's the people, it's the citizens that are making the city worse. You believe that it's actually the people running the city.
Yes.
The fucking.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I don't really
Begin.
have any, substantial facts here to back up what I'm saying, but all I know is that we've pretty much had, and I'm not bashing just Democrats, the Republicans suck too, but we've had the same party running the city forever. They have the same. We had what was the last mayor's name before Francis Slay?
Yeah,
he was in forever.
Yeah.
I met him.
He
worked out at our
Well,
gym.
yeah, he used to go to our gym. Nice guy, but
Yeah, dude.
you
I
know,
remember, pumping some iron. I'd do it in front of him just to see if he'd look, like
Yeah.
fucking certain.
I said,
Believe
hey,
me,
hey
that
Mayor,
guy-
how you doing? And
that
he
guy
said,
did not
"Hey."
work out very much. All right,
You know what's funny about that
You can
is,
tell.
Francis Slade, our ex-mayor, he was very out of shape, but he went to the gym all the time, and
Yeah.
I've never seen him work out.
Yeah.
I've never seen him once actually work out at the fucking
Yeah,
gym.
and he wasn't shaking hands or anything. Like, what was he doing there? Was he using the sauna? Like, I mean, I
How-
didn't know what
so
he was doing there.
let me ask you something, Blue.
He was there checking you out.
And
How-
why didn't he go to the one in the city? Is another good. Point.
It's
Yeah.
like you're saying it's the people who run the city's fault that certain people are going around killing everybody. They're robbing people, doing whatever they're doing.
Right.
How is that the city's fault based on someone's choice to do a crime?
Well, when there's crime, like a huge crime wave in a
They
city,
want to blame everyone else.
Well, it depends on your police force. Like the city police force, those guys aren't paid well enough. They're having a hard time.
But this is
recruiting
what's
people.
interesting.
I will say that. I
Yeah,
agree with
they're
that
having a
one.
very difficult time
If
recruiting.
I'm not
people.
mistaken, it's true that if you are a St. Louis City cop, you must live in the city.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Stuff like that, yeah.
Which
Change it.
sucks.
So, do you think if that
Changed.
do you think that would make them better if they lived in the county? But had it no, I mean, I feel like it's a good thing that
No,
the
but
cops.
Well, what I don't understand
Not
is
everybody
why
wants
does
to live in the city, though.
I mean, honestly, the only way you're fixing up the city is to invest in the city, and that's a problem. Nobody's investing in the
Exactly.
city.
Here's
yeah.
the thing: is
There's
it,
broken down. I mean, just condemned buildings all over in the place.
Just
in the
sitting
city.
you're
there,
definitely
just
right, Mickey,
sitting there.
because we were talking about the
'Cause
top.
nobody wants to live
We
there.
talked about this past.
Well, yeah,
Wednesday.
but I mean, if you fix things up,
Sorry.
then
No,
But
you're
if
good.
you fix things up, I mean, you're gonna attract people.
They fixed up the area where Crown Candy is.
Did they?
Yeah. There's new buildings, places to live down there. They did. Right literally within walking distance of Crown Candy.
But the
you-
landing sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you mean it's dangerous or it sucks?
A little bit of both, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's
There's not much to do down there compared to like Chicago or anywhere else.
I know that they built, the arch grounds. They
Yeah.
they added on to the arch
Oh,
grounds.
who cares about that?
Here's
I
the
mean,
thing.
I mean, a fucking walkway.
Here's the thing. My
Come on.
brother and I always talk about this because me and him are huge fans of just like the city of Chicago. Like we fucking love how much of a tourist town it is, how many people they attract.
I think it's great.
Awesome. Yeah.
Just
It's great.
everything about it is so. They just made it perfect for tourists.
Absolutely.
With that being said, the only cool part of St. Louis is one street called Washington Avenue, and that's it. One little street.
And it's
And Chicago has hundreds upon
and
thousands of
Washington
streets
ain't
like that.
Washington Avenue is dangerous.
What is
Washington Avenue.
Washington.
Washington? I
Wait,
don't think there was an R on that street.
What's on
that
Washington?
A lot of bars, and there's been fights and shootings down there too.
It's pretty much an entire line of decent, cool,
Bars.
hip hop, hopping bars and clubs
Hoppin'.
and shit.
It really is cool to
Is
hang
the
out
Fox
at.
on there? Is the Fox on that?
Fox
street?
in the House?
No,
The
the
Fox?
Fox is
The
not over
Fox,
on
dude.
Washington Avenue.
You know Washington Avenue.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
We,
you've
we used
been-
to hang out down
Well,
there
no,
all
I
the
mean,
time.
I might have been there, but
They got a lot of cool
You've probably
bars.
been there 100 times.
I'm
lot
not a
of-
street person.
A lot
I
of
don't
cool
remember
bars,
street
but
names.
they have a
Obviously.
lot of cops down there because it's dangerous sometimes.
No, they
at night.
don't. You're talking about Delmar, dude.
No, I'm not.
Delmar. That's actually a perfect example.
Delmar
of
and
this weird
Washington.
if you're there at
the,
night,
the
half
dividing
the time
line. The dividing line.
it's Delmar
right there.
Loop. People,
Perfect example.
people, please
Pageant.
comment about your stories on Delmar Loop. We want to hear them. I mean, there are some weird stories it's perfectly 100% safe some nights, and other nights there are
If you go
riots. And seriously though, dude, it's crazy. It's different every fucking night.
Yeah.
And it's why is that happening? Why can't we control that? Why? It doesn't make any fucking
Well, it's
sense.
because-
do we
can't.
really need more
Well, if
police
you-
just to stand there? Because there's already
Yeah.
100 fucking policemen there. I mean,
Well, you
there
thought
is.
you,
We're
were,
actually
you,
low
brought,
on
you
police.
brought up
Police
about,
is the answer.
you brought up about Chicago.
Yeah.
You think about how large that area is that's actually good.
Yeah.
And when you just brought up about Washington Avenue, literally, it's a street.
Yeah.
So you have bad areas within a block
And Delmar.
of the good area.
Right.
So obviously you're going to get that people overflowing in.
And I'll be honest, it's not as much people as there is in Chicago surrounding the area to keep the bad element out.
But I feel like St. Louis is definitely the most fucked up as far as, you can literally be you could be totally in the worst part of the city in St. Louis in not even a block. We're talking the next street. You can see the next houses, past the other house, on the other side of the street. And it's $500,000 houses.
Yep.
And right next door, there's somebody doing, fucking.
Coke off a hooker's ass.
Yeah, seriously, like
while-
it's
yeah.
almost that extreme.
That's rich people doing that though.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah. You mean like doing
crack.
crack,
A hooker doing coke off of the pimps.
crack,
Yeah, correct.
Just
sucking a
shoot-
crack rock to
Smoking
get a crack rock out of a.
smoking the shit out of crack rock. Yeah.
Out
What's
of
what's the video?
What's the video? Yes. So right now, people, we're talking about St. Louis getting safer,
It's a
dangerous.
gimp that's
We're
coming
going
out
to
of
East
there.
St. Louis now, where it's really Wild West.
So what's worse, North or East St. Louis?
East St. Louis.
Fucking East St. Louis
East
in
St.
a heartbeat.
Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandma has told me stories about like back in the 50s, like that was the place to go to. That was the
Yes.
hopping place. That
Nice
was
area.
That was the best part of St. Louis City was was East St. Louis. Isn't that fucking weird?
Not anymore.
All the buildings, like that's where all the businesses were, restaurants, the best bars.
Yeah, they
no strip clubs back then. No.
they had a lot of meat packing plants over there, and
You think it was the meatpacking plants that started this whole thing?
well, no, that was actually it might have because
I like the strip clubs.
well because there are a lot of people who were employed by the meat packing plants, and then they went away, and then pretty soon a lot of people weren't working.
Agreed too. He's
That's weird.
he's fighting Drago.
Okay. All right, guys. So we do have a.
Who's gonna have the first heart attack?
We got a
Is the
pretty
question.
good video that we definitely want to play. Hold on, give me just a second. I gotta get this. Can anyone explain?
This is racial
Actually,
profiling.
I've
Blue.
never seen it.
Racial profiling.
Blue, can you explain the synopsis of what we're about to watch?
Well, there's two guys who are
wrong
like
one.
kind of angry at each other,
Wrong one.
and they have guns and they shoot at each other.
It's like a playground.
It's actually at a gas
There it is.
station, which I think we went to quite often when we went to the Casino Queen.
The strip,
There we
the strip clubs.
Yep, this is probably near those,
Okay. All right, people,
near them strip clubs.
get ready. Shit's
Look at
about
that
to
guy. Ooh,
Jesus Christ.
he's all tatted up on his face.
Shit's about to get real. All right, this is a shooting in East St. Louis about a week ago ish. 2 weeks.
Yep.
At midnight.
Oh, I like how it's like turning down the sound and everything, even though there's no sound. So this is can we Mad Lib of what's going on? Kind of.
That guy's got a nice car. Yeah,
That's
well,
a
anyway,
Chevy Camaro there.
you owe me money, and
that's
you
a
know what?
Cadillac.
I'm
That's
kind
a
of pissed
caddy.
off.
Whoa.
Oh my God! Hell, he's shooting at me.
I missed it. Can we rewind that?
Take that, motherfucker. I feel sorry
Who
for that
shot
guy.
who?
That guy's just trying to buy
I'm
a pack
confused.
of Newports.
Whoa, what's going on? The glass is broken.
No.
All right, so
Nice.
this is one of the craziest parts. So you just
I
saw
must have missed a
all that
bunch of
shooting
stuff.
part, right?
Yeah.
This guy who moseyed on over. There he is. This guy.
I thought he was shot. Is he shot in the chest?
He might be shot. You might be right. But here's the thing. He walks over here, where you see the cursor, and he just stands there while the shooting goes down. Like, he's just standing there. Like, I would be running. I would not stop running, right?
He's probably fucked up.
He's
That guy-
probably
the guy inside was just clapping. Did you see that?
either that or he's afraid for his fucking life. And then he was like, he's so
Look at it,
shook
he's
up
still
that he couldn't
clapping.
move.
He's like, what's going on here?
It's about time.
And then they just leave like nothing happened.
Yeah.
That
well,
is-
no, it actually. No, we get a different
Look
point
at
of
that
view.
poor
right?
bike just sitting there. I wonder what happened to that bike.
Oh, yeah, I do see that bike. Mm.
Somebody's gonna have to go to the mechanic tomorrow.
You just gotta
Maybe it's
stay
this
out
guy's
of those
bike.
He's
areas.
back.
He's going back for his bike.
People, if anyone's watching, this is
Is
the
that
East
a
St.
pink-
Louis
that's a pink
video.
bike?
This is the East St. Louis video right by the Casino Queen, home of the loosest slots.
Oh, this guy, he's like, oh.
So this guy,
Nothing just
this guy
happened.
just got out of the car right after this, this shootout. Right after he just got shot or was shooting other people. And
Wouldn't you think you'd realize that? Whoa.
so no,
what's going
this
on
is
here?
a different view. This is not later. This is the different view of what. Look at this. Look at all the fucking bullets. Look at all those fucking.
Holy-
all that
Wait,
brass,
so
man.
did that
What was
guy
that, like
know
an
what was
Uzi
gonna
or something?
happen?
No.
Did that guy know what was gonna happen? That
looks
he
like
took that guy down?
looks
No,
like
he's faster than Neo in the Matrix.
It looks like he saw the guns.
I don't know, man. That's just, it's fucking scary. It is scary because that can easily happen in any gas station. There was recently a shooting in Concord Village at that Schnucks near Ronnie's Plaza in
I
South
told
County.
you somebody got murdered across the street from my house, so
Yeah.
at the Walmart
It's
over there.
fucking-
There was a what?
It can happen anywhere. What?
But it's more common to happen in those areas.
So we think. Who knows?
You never know, man.
But it's very rare to happen in like where you just said. Where was it?
You tell me.
Concord Village.
Concord Village, yeah, Ronnie's Plaza. Or right across the street from Ronnie's Plaza.
Really?
I like that.
I didn't know that.
Concord Village, you know where
Yeah.
the... it was
Joey
the,
B's. Joey B's over there, right?
No, maybe I think... No. Where's the little plaza where that Schnucks is? That's the exact little plaza where...
Oh, yeah. Okay, I
where that
gotcha.
sports
Yeah,
place
yeah.
used to be, or the place where you can buy RC crap forgot the name of it, but
Yeah,
I think there's a Miss Sherry's.
You know what?
It,
It can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen anywhere, but you don't turn on the news or read in the paper and see it happening in rapid numbers like you do in the city. Period.
Well, yeah, and it's mostly in North St. Louis right now.
Yeah.
And, for the longest time, I really didn't hear much about any crime in North St. Louis. Probably about the last 10 years, it's gotten really fucking bad. You know?
Absolutely.
I heard there's some streets that you can't even drive down. Like, you can't even drive down the streets. I don't know why. Like, how the fuck can you get carjacked while you're moving? They're like, whatever you do. I've been told by like dozens of people, whatever you do, if you're like on this street, don't stop at the stop signs.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get carjacked just from stopping at a stop
What
sign.
about locking your door?
All right.
Well, and
It's crazy.
But the thing is, and that we brought up earlier, what can the mayor and the chief of police
The
do?
mayor ain't gonna do anything.
No,
She's
but
horrible.
no, but well,
I think
yeah,
I think most of the problem is us. Not just us here at the table, but
No,
everybody.
no.
We're not really doing anything. We're just bitching about it.
Sure, yeah, we're bitching about
Because
it.
we can. We're four, fucking.
We're so
we're four white men
Four white guys, so privileged.
in Webster
It's terrible.
Groves in some
I feel
guy's
guilty.
basement.
I feel guilty for being white here.
What are we supposed to do about this?
That's a good question.
About. I mean,
I can care less. I just don't want any part of it, and I don't want it to happen anymore.
well, but
Well, you can't care less and then not want it to happen because that's an oxymoron.
What do you think-
But what am I going to do to change it?
nothing.
Nothing.
You could be the Punisher.
A spokesperson?
Wait,
A superhero. We need some
So
superheroes.
Candy. So you're right. You say you're not going to do anything, which I'm not saying I'm going to either.
I have my own life to live.
Then
my own
Then it's
responsible
only
life.
gonna. It's not gonna get better. It's not gonna stay the same. It's only gonna get worse.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do as an individual? What am I supposed to do?
What do you think? What do you think other people should do for you?
I don't know.
Here's an idea.
I actually know.
I don't
Buy
think there's any
property in the
fixing
city
it.
and fix it up.
I actually know.
That's something people could do.
I actually know. I know what we need to do. We need to
Get
legalize
a mayor
drugs.
that knows what the hell she's
You think
doing.
legalizing drugs would help
Yes.
the city? of
Oh,
St. Louis?
yeah, that's
yes,
gonna help.
Yes. Why? Okay.
Bravo,
You know what? You know what? Why do you think that they're shooting each other? Do you think they're shooting each other because they're high? Probably because they bought drugs, right? They bought drugs because there's a big drug trade, a big black market of drugs. Heroin is huge.
I don't think that would change a damn thing.
Gang-
So is human trafficking right now in
gang
St. Louis.
warfare.
I
That
read
wouldn't
more about
change a
that.
damn
That's-
thing.
What do you think gangs fight over? Do you think like, well, I don't like that guy, I'm gonna shoot him? It's about territory, and the territory is about where they sell the drugs.
All
have,
bullshit.
Have you seen The Wire?
Dude,
I
what
know
do
I
you
have.
then? What do you think shootouts are about? Just like they just want to shoot each other just because they like.
Yeah.
No.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
No,
I think they get in
it's-
arguments. I
It's
think,
about drugs.
Yeah,
About
sure,
drugs?
Sure it is.
I mean, it's
but
about something.
But it's not only about drugs. There's so much more. There's gangs and stuff.
Maybe there is, but
It's-
it would reduce crime by 70%. I guarantee it.
I guarantee
The only
it would.
reason why gangs stay, high in numbers is
They're
because
selling drugs.
Because they're selling drugs.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
It does all have to do with drugs. All of it
Yeah.
does. Because if you notice,
No, a large portion of it does. But there's still shootings that happen that have nothing to do with
Like
it. Because they just want to
and
shoot
actually,
and kill people.
That is not true. I actually don't agree with you
to
at all.
back up my point, Miami was one of the most dangerous places in the 80s. That's why they made the film Scarface, because all these Cuban exiles were coming over and they were selling coke.
Yeah, that worked out for them. They had all the
Exactly.
money in the world in Scarface, and they still died.
But no, the point is that
'Cause they're stupid.
people
They're
were
dumb people.
People were afraid to go to Miami
People who-
because there was so much crime because they were selling coke. It's It's a drug trade.
People who are just firing and
The same-
shooting and killing people, they're just not bright.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is that there probably is an actual solution, but nobody wants to legalize drugs because of the morality of it. Because they're like, well, I don't want to have a heroin addict.
because
living next to me. Well, you can't.
You think about
chances
that-
are you probably already do.
if you think about it in third person, like
I
yes,
don't want to see it in plain daylight.
you think about it in third person.
Well, you might get shot at.
Making drugs, all drugs legal. It sounds like the exact opposite of what you would do to lower, the use of drugs and crime. It does naturally sound that way. But with that being said, there are countries in Europe, Denmark. There's multiple.
Amsterdam.
I mean, where they
Holland?
where there's almost virtually no fucking crime.
Yeah.
There was a seriously
They have
virtually
legal
no crime.
prostitution over there.
Yep.
Yep.
I knew it there.
prostitution should be legal, but you should have a place where you go.
You're a
do it.
sick
Of course, yeah.
fuck.
There should be places where you go, but the point
Well,
is
they tax
that
the shit out of it, so there would be a place
tax
to
the
go.
shit out of it. We
So it
have more
wouldn't just be on the
revenue
street.
coming
This
in.
actually, to the
the
audience,
drugs.
this legalizing drugs is going to we're going to talk about something later in the show about passing a bill that has to do with marijuana.
Yeah, it's just
The
a
marijuana.
And we want some
Cheers.
thoughts on that.
plain.
Smoking the
We know what the thoughts will be.
No, actually, you might be surprised by my thought.
No, well, I mean, well, anyway, I don't want to get into it because we're going to talk about it later.
Yes.
But I mean,
So how about
like
them
a big
Cardinals?
I feel like we should take a break.
yeah,
agree.
absolutely.
So
I
gotta
got to take a
bathroom.
piss.
I think I smell pizza.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
time.
Break time.
All right, guys, it's Going Dutch Radio Network. We are going to go on a commercial break. Yes, we started at 8 p.m. Central. That's right, guys. We started at 8 p.m. Central. We're live right now. Once we come back from break, which will take about 15 minutes, once we do come back, we will be opening up the phone booths. So please call in 636-926-6945. That's right, guys. 636-926-6945. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. We are going to go on a 15-minute commercial break. And guess what, guys? We'll be right back. This is Going Dutch Radio Network.
guys, I just want to say that I was on YouTube a lot recently. I get on there all the time, and I listen to Michael Bolton. I listen to a lot of different bands, but I was scrolling down and I typed in Dutch. I just was looking for the movie Dutch, and basically what happened was I saw Dutch Radio Network, which you can find on YouTube.
Yeah.
I started watching it. I enjoyed what I saw, what I heard, and I said, hey, I have to follow these guys, and now I am on the show. I kid you not. Your dreams can come true, and you can be on Dutch Radio Network as a guest. You're not going to be a main star like us, but you can be a guest. That's one of the places you can go to watch Dutch Radio Network is on YouTube. I'm going to let this guy to the left of me tell you where else you can find Dutch Radio Network. Thank you.
I'll be honest, the first time I realized Going Dutch Radio Network was the best podcast, not only in St. Louis of motherfucking Missouri, but in the whole United States and the whole world. It just blew my mind. I mean, it just absolutely blew my mind. They have the best Facebook page ever. I mean, oh my God, I could just go on and on. You know, if you guys ever go on their website, goingdutchradionetwork.com, it is like the best fucking website ever. And I was once on the show, and oh my God, like, I almost passed out. Like, the camera's on me, and I was just feeling so good but nervous, and I was a little hard. But
It's okay. That's the way I felt the first time I was on the show.
Yeah.
Okay? But now I'm kind of a regular on the show, and I really enjoy it a lot.
You guys are a bunch of Nancy fucking Pantsy boys. Let me tell you something. I listen to Going Dutch Radio because I like their kind of talk. They talk straight and they talk forward, and that's why I listen to fucking Going Dutch goddamn radio.
all right, guys, so look up Going Dutch Radio Network, like us on Facebook, and subscribe.
YouTube and Twitch.com.
Whatever they just said.
All right, guys. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. That's right, guys. Going Dutch Radio Network. I am CJ, your host, and the crew with me today, to the right of me, if you're looking at the camera, it is Blue. How's it going, Blue?
Not bad. Feeling good.
All right.
Feeling pumped up for this.
Wow, good. All right, and to
Fucking
the...
pumped. No, seriously, I'm really pumped.
Like, how pumped are you?
Like, I am just keep going. Just talk to the other guy. I can't even explain how pumped up I am.
Well, I have a name, Blue.
All right, on that note, the man to the left of me, his name is Candy. How's it going, Candy?
It's going pretty good.
So pumped.
I'm just as pumped as he is. Well, maybe not as pumped. As
I am
he
so
is,
fucking pumped.
but a little pumped.
God, I feel like there's a lot of pumping going on.
I actually have a few questions. I was actually wondering how the show came about, Dutch Radio. You never actually shared it with our viewers. Maybe you have, but I haven't heard anything about it.
Yes. So me, CJ, that's right. I'm CJ, the host. I decided during conception that I wanted to start doing a online podcast where we could do it live at least, once a week and be able to kind of have archive podcasts to watch, because I thought it'd be fun to talk about politics, conspiracies, controversies, and so forth. And that's really how it came about, if you want me to be honest. It's that simple. And within about 3 weeks, I think, we got all of the equipment. We got everything: microphones, mixers, computer software, everything. People, you have no idea how much this shit costs. It's
Including the
ridiculous.
table.
Oh no,
And the
we're
table.
getting a new table.
We're getting a
here
new
soon.
table now?
We are getting a new table, just like we got a new projector.
We're moving up in the world here.
What
we
kind
are.
of table are we going to get? I like this table.
We're going to get a rectangular table that looks just like this one,
Ooh.
but it's smaller.
Can I put my gum under it? Because that's what I like to do with my gum.
I would advise against that. It has sentimental value to me.
Okay, I won't
It
do
is
it.
my table, but it's our table now for the show.
Can I put my penis on it occasionally?
Speaking of labels and penises, I don't know how that was a good segue. I want to talk about how we got our names on the show, our nicknames on the show. So, Blue, would you like to talk about how you got your nickname, and can you explain it?
It's a very interesting story. I showed up on my first day here, and I was wearing a lot of blue. And then one of the two guys who used to be on the show was like, "Hey, that guy's wearing a lot of blue," so they call me Blue.
That is actually a pretty good name.
I mean, it is, and you don't understand, folks. Blue,
It's better than my name.
To the right of me, always on the camera. I mean, my God, he has never not worn blue ever. I don't know if it's a
Never
fashion
not worn.
statement or if he's just really into it. But
I'm not a Democrat though.
anyways, to the camera's left, as always, is Candy. And Candy, how did you get your name? How'd your name come about?
Do you even know?
I know my name.
So,
Okay, it wasn't my choice, but it was kind of interesting the first day at work here because this is kind of work.
Wow.
yeah,
Every
this
Saturday
is
night.
becoming a job, man.
I said, "What should my nickname be?" You guys were naming out names, and then someone said Candy. I don't know if it was you, CJ, or Blue,
I
but
think it was me.
Was
but-
he?
I was thinking something sweet when I was looking at him. Like,
yeah, he's like Candy. So I said, "You know what? That's fine.
Some sweet
It
candy.
doesn't really matter what my nickname is, but Candy has kind of stuck with me.
right. I mean, I remember Blue first said Blowjob Betty. I'm like, let's go a little,
It has to be appropriate,
Exactly.
and we can sell candy while we're talking about me.
Right. Exactly.
You should sell candy.
All right, guys, don't forget to watch Going Dutch Radio Network. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We are on commercial break. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. Please like and subscribe to us on Facebook and look us up on our own website. That's right, guys. We have a www.goingdutchradionetwork.com. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
And we're back.
All right, guys. This is Going Dutch Radio Network, and we're back, people. We are back.
We're back.
We're local. We're live. St. Louis, Missouri. All right, people. We are back. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. We were just on a commercial break, and I feel like the show's going pretty well so far.
It is. You know, I must have got some sun because it looks like I'm burnt.
Does it?
Or is that the lighting?
I think that might be the lighting. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, we all look like we got some sun. Makes us look better.
It does.
Except for Mickey, maybe.
Mickey
Whoa,
looks a little red in the camera, but hey,
When
shit
am I
happens.
not, right?
I know. All right, guys, we do have quite a good lineup left for the show, if I'm not mistaken.
Something I'm going to enjoy talking about, but I'm waiting for Blue to get his slow butt down
He's
here.
taking a piss right now. That's why there's an empty seat right there that you guys can see. People, this is Going Dutch Radio Network. You might have clicked a link very recently.
Are we on the Cardinals or are we on casinos?
We are on. No, that's once again that's a subtopic of the
That's
last
not
time.
the bullet point.
People, we just talked about the Schnucks buyout and Shop and Save. There's a whole kind of a feud about that.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. And we talked about St. Louis. Is it getting safer or more dangerous? I think the synopsis on that, it's getting much worse. And it's not getting any better. It's steadily going to shit due to a lot of things. Kenny thinks it's all the people that live in the city of St. Louis is the reason why it's going to shit. Hey, Mickey, do you mind moving the camera a little bit more towards Candy? Just a hair.
Oh,
Yeah. Just a. Oh yeah. That's
Come on, Blue.
all right. Let's do it. Cardinals rallying to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on there?
Well, they won today, and they won by a walk-off home run. I think it was by O'Neill. Am I right?
Ooh, you got me stumped on that one.
I
was-
think it
I was
is.
drinking earlier, so
Oh,
we
They-
can look this up. Actually, I thought it was who's that
Look
third baseman
who's
rookie?
back.
I believe they have 7 games left, 1 against San Francisco, 3 against the Brewers, and 3 against the Cubs. Cubs are currently in first place. They will most likely win the division. Brewers,
It was O'Neill's home run.
unless we sweep the Brewers, we
Yes.
will most likely not have home field advantage in the wild card game. But
Oh,
it's still 7
We've still got
7
some
games
We've
left.
got some tough games.
Well,
First
who's
off,
who's
the
winning the
Brewers-
Rockies game right now?
I mean, don't let me people. If anyone has any comments on YouTube, Facebook, please let us know. Right now, we're talking about Cardinals rallying to the playoffs. Blue, you're back. You are back from your
He's
piss.
back.
Did you pee
Rockies
sitting?
are winning.
Did you pee sitting down this time? That's all I want to
Yeah,
know.
no, I
in the 7th.
always
We got to keep winning.
I always pee sitting down so that I don't make a mess.
Oh, that's kind of you.
That's fucking funny
Yeah,
and hot,
yeah.
mainly hot. All right, so
And then I could watch Going Dutch Radio Network while I was sitting on the toilet.
Oh, there's a plug.
Did you?
I did.
That's
yeah,
a side
yeah.
I definitely want
Yeah.
to see later.
Yeah,
You know.
Hey,
it was great.
So, Blue, give us your predictions on the Cardinals and the standings and who's going to the World Series, and tell us why.
Let me tell you this right now.
He's on the spot.
here
the
we
Cardinals, didn't I say this a few weeks ago, though? It feels like I'm repeating myself, but the Cardinals are going to win the World Series.
Oof.
I said this. I made the prediction. Am
Yeah,
I-
I think you're speaking a little bit
Can
too
you hear
soon,
me?
though.
go. What?
Can you hear me?
Hey, you might be a little quiet. Go ahead.
Because
Talk.
Blue, they haven't even clinched the playoff spot yet.
Well, they will, and
You know we have to play the Brewers and the Cubs.
Here's the thing:
right?
my ass is clinching every game I've been watching for the past couple of weeks.
We just got to keep winning. Period.
we got to
so
keep clinching.
no. So my question is: Did anybody here watch the game today?
I saw the
Specifically
highlights.
this game.
I was drinking. Sorry,
I
no.
watched that game, and I was so impressed.
Horny.
He was
You were
moved.
No, I
very
know.
horny.
He was
well,
moved.
because of Tyler O'Neill. Whenever his shirt came off,
Wow.
They were playing an awful team, though.
unbelievable.
Definitely.
It doesn't matter if they're playing an awful team, though. They were their backs were against the wall. The bases were loaded. They had Martinez come out as the closer. Bases loaded because of a few bad defensive errors, and he
Which
got.
kill you in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
yeah,
against very good teams.
yeah, but a bad
Very.
closer also kills you, and we have Carlos Martinez as our closer now, which is crazy, but I love it. I love.
Where's
the
he
move.
from?
He's a starting. Well, he was a starting pitcher.
Where is he from? He's from Dominican Republic.
No, I mean, what team was he a part of before this one?
No, he's been with the
He's been
Cardinals.
with the Cardinals
for-
since he came up as a rookie.
Carlos Martinez was a starter.
He
and
started from the bottom,
put
now
him in
he's
the
here.
closer.
Here's my concern with that. I hope you're right because I love the Cardinals, but we have to get through the Brewers in
Which
that
we
wild
will.
card game. Then we have to face the best team on the national side, which is going to be the Cubs.
Yeah.
And then we have to face probably L.A., which is going to be a hard team to beat.
I remember in 2013, I saw the Royals, and I saw this potential.
Here
I
it
said,
comes. Here it comes.
Here it comes the underdog.
no,
Here
there
comes the
was-
underdog. You're always for the fucking underdog.
there
Blue.
were all these players,
First of all-
these personalities, this salad of different talents
And
coming together.
And they were good
under,
for 2 years.
What the hell are you talking
yeah,
about?
and they went to the World Series twice, and they won the World Series, which is what the Cardinals are going to do. I see the same thing in the
Wow.
Cardinals.
So you
right
think
now.
they're going to get past Boston, Houston, New York, Cleveland,
You guys are so
Oakland. You forgot Oakland.
Oakland?
You guys act like Cardinal fans, and now you're like completely doubting them.
I'm
You
not-
had shit Matheny for I don't know how long. You're like,
Because
oh,
I'm-
the Cardinals are the
All right.
best.
All right.
Woo!
No,
I never
Blue,
said that.
Blue, I'm optimistic, but let's beat the Brewers first, and then we'll talk.
We will beat the Brewers, or if
Let's
we
make
don't,
the playoffs first. How about that?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty worried about that.
we
have
will
to-
make the playoffs.
Playoffs.
Wait a second.
We're
So,
talking
so
about
you're worried
playoffs?
about the playoffs, and you're talking about Oakland. You're like, whoa, who is your pick to go in the AL? Oakland's gonna go all the way in the World Series.
Oakland's-
They've been in the World Series since
What-
1990.
What's Oakland's magic number compared to the Cardinals' magic number?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. One team's basically in the playoffs. The other one.
What
still has
about
a
the
bit of a
history?
break.
What about the
Oakland-
history?
Oakland-
History? I don't care about history.
The Cardinals
History's
have,
history.
well,
It's
history
gonna be Oakland
teaches
versus
you
the
lessons they need
Yankees.
to pay attention
Oakland versus the Yankees, but here's the thing: we have 6 games with 2 of the best teams in the National
Yep.
League. What's the Rockies?
to. Ooh, I'm scared.
What's the
I can
Rockies
look it up.
lineup?
I'll look at it. Hold
I'd
on.
be
Wait.
scared.
Here's the standings. Here, let me.
No,
Just,
we'll,
just
what do
click
you want me to
on-
look up?
Yeah, just click. No, just click
we'll
on.
have to play the
Go
Brewers.
down.
Okay.
Cleveland
In
got
the
lucky
one-game
with how
playoff.
bad.
Go
their
down and
division
click on the
is.
Colorado Rockies. Down. There they are. Rockies. Click on them.
1.5 games out.
So let's see
Let's get a good look
what
at it.
they've
people.
got. They've got the Phillies and the Nationals.
The Nationals might give them some problems.
the Phillies might too. They're
Anybody
actually
who's
a decent
watching,
team this year.
anybody who's watching right now, audience, if you are watching live, Going Dutch Radio Network live at 8 p.m. Central every Saturday on YouTube.
What's our-
Please, first off, please
Asses.
subscribe, and I'm not lying to you. Please, we need it. We need it.
What's our lineup
We need to know: are the Cardinals
our
going to make the
lineup? What do you mean?
playoffs? Please
What do
comment.
we have
and tell
left?
us.
for?
So we have the Brewers for 3, and then we have the Cubs for 3.
We're closing out with the Cubs.
Yep.
Well, we might as well play him. We have to play him in the playoffs.
Hopefully, we can get 3 games, 2 or 3 games out, and
We'll
then go
see. I
going
don't
into
know.
that series. That would be unbelievable. If
Didn't
won
we?
the division.
Didn't we beat the Cubs the last series we had against them? Didn't we win that series?
I
If
don't
I'm
know.
not mistaken.
Yeah, but they had Chris Bryant out, who's back now.
Oh
He's
my
back.
God, Chris
Guess who's
Bryant.
back?
He's
You
back.
guys are
Back
just
up.
scared.
I'm just saying.
You guys
I
are
would
fucking
like-
scared.
I would like to see. We're 4 games out from first place, but I would like to see us mop the floor with Milwaukee and then go face the Cubs with only being 2 games out. That would be
Well,
awesome.
I mean,
That's a possibility.
the Cubs are going to win the division, I think. But I think we're going to go. We're going to get in. We're going to beat the Brewers in a 1-game playoff for the wild card. And then I think
And then we're
going to
gonna
go all the way.
sweep.
We're going to rally.
Sweep
We're
everybody.
going to rally because Matheny is no longer the manager. That's what I think.
Really?
Yep.
What
We-
about? We still have that general manager in place.
He's the coach.
Okay, so let me ask you guys: if you don't think the Cardinals are going to go all the way, who would you pick? The Cubs?
Yes.
Hmm? Oh, really?
No.
Oh, the Cubs do. I mean, they're going to be contenders. Come on.
It'd be the Cubs.
One and done.
I think it'd be the Cubs or the Cardinals. If
They-
we
Here's the
make it.
thing. I
They
mean,
won the World Series already.
let's think about it. Up until a couple weeks prior, let's say up until 3 weeks prior to Matheny getting fired. Let's say a month prior. Okay.
Yeah.
Matheny getting fired from the fucking Cardinals.
Completely
a
different
month,
team now.
A month before, we're like, oh,
Sucking.
we're not even gonna like break 500. This is fucking ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And then suddenly, it seemed like out of nowhere, and there was talks about Matheny being let go. You know,
They should have done that about 3 years ago.
then he got on the gauntlet, and then Trump said, "You're fired." Okay. With that
Well,
being said, do you think if Matheny was still here as the coach of the Cardinals,
We'd be done.
Yes.
you
I
think
agree.
it turned
Yeah.
around like that?
Yes.
You
I
feel like
think
we won
so.
that many games because of
He
that?
had
Yes.
he had no experience
can't-
beforehand.
I mean, didn't he file for bankruptcy and everything?
What does that
Well,
have to do with
I don't
anything?
know.
I think it has everything to do with everything because if he can't manage his money, how could he manage a baseball
That's
team?
actually a good point.
Matheny was a very holy man.
Matheny was a guy who I guess he just fit into their system, but you can't have a manager in your system. The manager has to be his own man with his own way of doing things.
This manager we currently have is not his own man. He actually stems from the. He stems from the Cardinals' actual organization.
Yeah, well, he does, but he has a lot of experience actually managing.
Well,
whereas
in the minor
Matheny
leagues,
has
yes.
not managed
In the minor
anything.
leagues, yes.
Yeah, so he's actually had hands-on experience finding ways for a team to win,
Or
coming
maybe-
up with strategies,
like,
et cetera, et cetera.
Here's the thing. It's possible. Let's just say our new coach that we have. What's his name?
Mike
Schlitt.
Schilt.
Schlitt.
Schlitt.
I thought it was Schilt.
Schlitz. With that being
I'll look it
said,
up.
do you feel like has it gotten better because of him, or is it just that Matheny was that bad? Like he was
Schilt.
so bad.
Schilt.
You know what I mean?
Schilt.
I don't think players wanted to play hard for Matheny.
Yeah,
Why?
you're
Why?
right.
That's what I want to know.
That's a
Why?
very good
What
question.
was wrong with Matheny? Like how was he treating his players? What was he
Maybe
telling
it was-
players? Maybe it was nothing. Maybe he just. What is it?
His managing skills. Maybe he talked
I
down to him. I don't know.
No, the thing is, I don't think that, like, LaRussa, Whitey Herzog, great Hall of Fame managers,
Yeah.
what did they do? They came in, they had an ego about them. They had, I'm the boss, you're going to do what I say.
Whitey
Schilt-
Herzog did very well with the Royals before he even came here.
Yeah, and Schilt, I think, if I'm saying his name right,
It's Schilt.
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 It might
and-
be Schultz.
Well, no, they were talking about earlier today during the game. They're like, well, we tried to interview him. He's a quiet guy. He looked like he didn't even want to fucking talk to us. And I'm like, that's perfect. That's what a manager's supposed
Because
to
he was
do.
nervous. He's like, "Fuck! I didn't
No.
think I would have to be in the spotlight."
Yeah, right. But Matheny was great in the spotlight. He used to come in. He have his, we tried to play hard, and everybody liked
Yeah.
him. The ladies liked him. He was a good-looking guy and everything.
I'd fuck him.
But that doesn't make a team win, And that's
You
why.
mean fuckability skill doesn't?
I mean,
go into play?
that doesn't mean somebody can't manage well, but and it's great if the whole package comes together,
Yes.
but
Oh.
not with Matheny. No.
It's got to be a big package.
And I think this guy just, he knows baseball. He wants these guys to play baseball fundamentally, whereas Matheny, he didn't even want to steal bases.
He was too
And
busy
not only
working
that,
out with
yeah,
the shirt
you
off
gotta
the
think-
dugout.
He's
My-
too much. Yeah, he spent too much time doing squats.
The best part is when you are hired as a coach, you have everything to prove. You have to prove that, and you have to.
And he has.
You
That's
have
why
to
they
show
hired
up.
him and gave him a 2-year contract.
I don't think. No.
And there's been bumps in the road.
No.
since.
What I'm trying to say is, I don't think
Not today.
Mike Schlitz. I don't. Our new coach,
No,
whatever
Schilt.
his name is. I'm saying it.
Schlitz.
I'm saying it.
Schilt.
You might as well say
No,
Klitz.
but it's so fucking hard to say his name.
Anyways,
I don't- he needs
our
to-
new coach for the
he needs to
Cardinals.
change his name.
What I'm trying to say is that our new Cardinals coach has nothing to prove. He can't do any worse. He can only do better. And if anything,
Yeah.
he was only the intermediary, in between
Yeah.
of who was going to be the real coach
Yeah.
during that time where I'm just going to be the coach for a few days.
Well,
or
as
a
soon
few
as Matheny
weeks.
got
And
fired or whatever, they went on an 8-game winning streak.
there was no plan or there was no expectations of him. And I think that's why he's just being a baseball coach. There's no publicity. There's no psyche
Ego.
around it.
That's
you know
a
what I mean?
possibility because since he signed the contract, they've been kind of up and down.
No, I think they've rebounded from that after Wainwright
Do you think
had
he's
his first start.
How long is his contract for?
2 years.
The new coach.
I just looked
So
it up.
he's going to be the coach next
Coach
year,
for-
next
yeah.
season. No
Yeah.
shit.
He got a
Yeah.
2-year
And the year
contract.
after that.
Yeah. But
That's
like
surprising.
like I said today, like I said, you guys should have seen this
For
game.
how much?
This game told me everything that I need to know about this team. Is that they're functioning as a whole. There's no bullshit. They just want to win a fucking
Bullshit,
game.
really. How about
Just
the salsa?
win.
How about Matt
Whenever-
Carpenter's salsa?
Whenever Matheny was there,
They sell that at Schnucks,
you
by
saw
the way.
people
Yes,
getting
they
pissed
do.
off. You saw, the dugout looked like a morgue
Hey,
sometimes.
actually, real quick, if you are watching upstairs, if you can hear me upstairs above the studios, can you please bring the chips and the magic salsa downstairs? We're gonna try it in front of everybody. We're gonna get a little synopsis of Matt Carpenter's package. I mean salsa.
And all right, so before we get off the topic, what is everybody's prediction of the Cardinals? We know what mine is. They're going to win the World Series. Go, please.
They're gonna.
Playoffs, I believe they will play the Brewers. They will beat the Brewers, and they will lose in the first round of.
Against the Cubs.
Is this what we're hoping for? Or this is what we think.
That's what I think is going to happen.
Okay, I believe that they are going to get into the wild card. They're going to play that game, and they're going to lose.
Okay.
One and done.
I'm sorry. I'm just that's what I
Yeah.
think. I feel
I'm
like
getting
it's gonna
nervous
be,
right now. Just
I
hearing
feel.
about
I
this.
know. I feel like it's going to be really close.
I care so much
Very,
about this
very
team
close
now.
game, and then maybe not any errors. Towards the end of the game. But I feel like it's just going to break away where they get a couple good runs, and we're behind by 2 in the 9th inning. Remember this, people.
They can make up those 2 runs easily, though. They have. I mean, that lineup is fucking.
It all depends. Like
can do
Candy was
anything.
saying,
They can do whatever they want.
If it's home field advantage, then
I don't think it matters.
oh yes, it
Yes,
does,
it does.
dude. It
Here's
does,
what.
man.
Here's.
Brewers are mean, man. I went to a Brewers game. Okay. Oh my God, dude. No.
I've seen so many wild card teams win the World Series. Every single time they had to play
Well, you know
against a
what?
team that had home field advantage,
You know
and
what?
they won.
They don't call it a wild card for no reason.
Home field advantage is overrated.
No, it's not.
So
Yeah, it is.
does anybody know the Brewers like ace of their staff? I'm trying to
the
look it up
first
right now.
baseman
No.
and
There's
the catcher.
There's Yelkin
No,
or
the
whatever. his name is.
the pitcher, the ace pitcher,
Oh.
I
the
don't
number
know,
one
dude.
pitcher.
I don't know.
Although they
That's
do
what I'm
have
trying to look up here.
they have Mustakis and Kane on that team, and those guys are great players.
No,
Can-
gee,
those are
that's
great.
because they're former Royals.
I think if
Those
they
are
get
great
home field
playoff-
advantage,
Well, they
we'll
have
win.
rings, so I don't know what to tell you.
God.
They got rings.
Oh,
Oh, hey,
Hi.
look at this delivery service right here.
listen. You can come right up to here if they're not. No one's going to see you. Here comes the salsa.
It's salsa. It's
see your
salsa.
head.
It's salsa time. Anybody want some Cardinals salsa?
Okay, guys. There we go. Let's show what this looks like.
All right, guys. So we do have
Are we
Matt
sponsored
Carpenter's
on this?
We do have Matt Carpenter's salsa. Hopefully this is sealed. Hold on. Hey, actually, let's see if I can get a good angle at it. Anybody want to comment?
Oh,
Look at that.
Wait, here.
Carpenter.
Nope.
Does anybody want to talk and comment?
Well, I tried it earlier, and
I tried it earlier.
it tastes like salsa.
Matt Carpenter's fucking salsa. Let's try it, people. Let's get a little
Bueno.
synopsis of what we think. So this is Matt Carpenter's magic salsa. This is the reason why
The Cardinals are winning.
the Cardinals are winning. You got it.
Right.
Yeah, this is like the rally squirrel. And by the way, people have been waiting in line for this at
Are you
stores.
handing out chips?
So
Oh, that's cute. I like that. Thanks.
thank you.
He's handing out
Oh.
chips.
So I just looked it up.
Give
The
one to Mickey.
ace of the. Hang on a sec. So go ahead. So the ace for the Milwaukee Brewers. I can't say his first name. Do you know how to say that? It's
Jesus.
Yeah.
Chihuahua.
Not bad.
I guess the J is silent. Holy's Cheyenne.
Chasen. I don't know. Record: he has 14-8 with a 3.61 ERA, 150 strikeouts.
That's not an age to me.
Well, he's got the most wins on their staff. So, who's got the most wins on the Cardinals staff?
No double dipping.
No.
Does anybody know that one off the top of their head? I should
No.
look that
No
up.
DP.
I'll look that up.
Matt,
Oh, Nicholas.
Matt Carpenter salsa is very good. You can get
So
it
would
at
you
the
consider
Schnucks.
Nicholas our ace?
I think so. He's 116.
Right now, people were trying Matt Carpenter's magic salsa. Really good.
So good on my mouth watering.
It really is not that bad.
Okay, that
but
is
those
really
chips
good.
are amazing too. So I
They
don't
are.
know what's working.
It's both. It's both, dude.
All right.
But see the
One more chip.
and respectfully, I know you know what you're talking about,
One more chip.
but this team, you just can't look at pure stats. I mean, I feel it. I see that they're this team of destiny. I've seen this before, and they're it, man.
Well,
I'm
let's hope
telling
you're
you,
right.
They're gonna fucking win
Mickey,
the World Series.
Mickey, please. You're the last one.
And I'm not just saying that because there's been a lot of Cardinal teams that look like shit going into the playoffs.
Scrumdiddlyumptious.
Go ahead, buddy. Everybody's watching it right now. Tell us, what do you think of Matt Carpenter's magic salsa from the Cardinals?
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I heard people like
It is
dissing
good.
it.
It's
Like,
good.
really
It's a little sweet, but it's got a
It
little.
goes back and
Not
forth.
not a double dip. We're dipping the other side.
Don't DP.
No, that's gross.
Oh, here, one more. Here he comes.
Oh, eat it good.
Can you chew into the microphone, please, so we can hear it? There we go. That's a good chew. God damn it.
I think he needs some milk.
I don't like Mickey's mouth.
All right. So,
Mickey's mouse.
all right. So, Mickey, what do you think of the salsa? Yes or no? Good.
Thumbs up.
All
It's
right.
Good stuff.
Matt Carpenter's magic salsa. We just tried it. What do you think, Blue?
Can't complain.
All right, me. I think it's delish. And what about you, Candy?
2 thumbs up. You can buy it at Schnucks. Go get it.
You fucking.
There's a plug.
Schnucks. Yeah, Schnucks plug again and again.
You fucking shill.
Look at him. He's going after it.
dude. Oh,
Are you hungry a little?
yeah.
I love food.
That's it.
Thank you, guys. We are going to Dutch Radio Network. We are live at 8 p.m.
Why is he getting rid of the chips?
And you can watch us every single Saturday night. Please comment about
Okay.
do you guys think the Cardinals are going to make the playoffs? And do you think they're going to win the World Series? Please comment or call in 636-926-6945. The phone booths are open.
Oh yeah.
And we want good arguments too. We don't want somebody to say, "Fuck yeah, they're gonna win." We want somebody to say, "You know what?
Why?
Matt Carpenter is an MVP caliber
He's
player.
Jesus.
Ozuna is coming into his, whatever he had over in Florida. He is
coming
bringing
of
it
age.
here. We have a fucking unbelievable closer, a good bullpen, solid starting pitching.
What do you do with Wainwright?
He's a starter.
No.
I don't know if I like that.
He looked great today until that
Wainwright?
one inning.
Until that one inning. Well, one inning blows it.
So
to
wait,
playoffs.
Well, real
no,
quick,
he was
so-
he was several pitches. It was in the 7th inning.
Carlos
Like, they should-
Martinez, he got an injury, so that's why he's closing because he can't do a full game. When do you guys think that Carlos Martinez is going to be back pitching, as a starter?
Next year, they said. This year, he's the closer, and he's been dynamite. He closed out the game today. He pitched 2 innings. He had bases loaded. The bases were totally loaded because, like I said, of defensive errors, and he pitched his way out of it, striking people out. I mean, I am a
get 'em.
believer. I'm a believer. I really believe that they're going to go all the way.
So between the new coach, Mike, what's his last name?
Schultz.
Schultz, and the Matt
Salsa.
Carpenter's salsa, which we all agree is fucking amazing. All right, plug.
Exclusively at Schnucks.
That's right.
And Going Dutch Radio
Schnucks.
Network. All right. So, World Series win? Yes or no?
Cardinals, no.
Blue, we already know your answer. Yes. Okay. Candy.
No.
Me, no. I wish they did, but the Cardinals are not going to make it.
No, they need to rebuild. I think next year they'll be in definite contention.
I think they're as good as any team out there.
I don't know if they'll be in contention because Mazalak is their GM still, or at least.
What's
in
wrong
a-
with Mozeliak? We don't talk about him, but he's
I'm not a fan.
He's the true stakes person or the stockholder of the Cardinals, so to speak. I mean, he is the man behind the curtain. You know what I mean?
I'm very on the fence.
I like his ties.
Me and Mickey have had a lot of conversations, and I said to him several times, I said, you get rid of Matheny, the team's going to be good,
yeah.
and it's happened. And I said that, and
You
you know
did say
it's
that.
happening.
And we'll see what happens. I'm
Okay,
not saying that, but who are we going to blow money on next time that
And-
doesn't pan out?
And I'm not saying that Mozeliak's the greatest GM. He's not, going to get
He's
a bunch
not
of
good at
awards,
picking
in
out
my
free
opinion.
agents.
But, well, you know what?
So Mozeliak, speaking of,
yeah.
you know what I find pretty interesting. So you know that movie? I forget. I think it was the
Moneyball?
Boston. Yes,
It's got to be Moneyball. Yeah.
So you always feel like the manager or the general manager, isn't that the Mozeliak's
Brad
title?
Pitt.
Actually,
It's always
no,
kind
he's
of
like-
he's no longer the general manager.
No, but he basically
he
he has a
promoted
puppet in
himself.
his place.
Yeah.
okay. So Mozeliak,
fall
like
guy.
he's always supposed to be kind of the puppet. He's supposed to be the in between, the actual sport of the game and the publicity and promoting the game, right? And then the coach is the person that's supposed to be, coaching the fucking game,
Yep.
coaching the team. But in Moneyball, if I'm not mistaken, the manager, the general manager of that team was the true coach, and the coach, the real coach of that sports team, Boston Red Sox, was just like a puppet. It was
No,
actually
it was,
the exact opposite.
It was
Oakland A's.
Oakland A's.
Oakland A's. I'm sorry.
No, you're right.
Do you guys find that really interesting that the general manager?
Well,
he,
the general
he was
manager
the person
is-
that was really the coach.
Well, the general manager is the boss of the actual head coach. So
I know,
he had the if he doesn't like the way something's going, he can be like, okay, either do this
do
or
you
I'm going to
feel
cane your
like?
ass.
Do you feel like in Moneyball that was an exception? That's why why in Moneyball why the Oakland A's all of a sudden start doing so well was because of that.
20
Do you think-
games in a row.
You know what I mean?
It was more than that. I think it
No,
was more.
I think it was 20.
I think you need a nice.
And then they lost in the first round.
You need a nice balance
Twins.
because Billy Bean, who was the general manager of the Oakland A's, and I don't know if he still is anymore, but he took it to the extreme. Though he had a very good idea. He took it from, I think it was his name Bill James. He was the guy who first came up with the concept of sabermetrics.
What year was that?
It was 20. You're right. That was 2002.
Yeah, and and he revolutionized the way that baseball is thought of and
Well,
the way that they make decisions.
He went by stats, right?
Strictly
Moneyball.
stats.
What was their record?
Stats that people weren't even thinking
Shit,
about.
I just added up. Hang on.
They had over 100 wins.
Yeah, they were 103 and 59.
But once again, they didn't win
Jesus.
in the playoffs. They didn't
They
win
lost in
in
the
the
first round.
fucking playoffs.
That's fucking
And that's
ridiculous.
always been the problem with the Oakland A's.
It's interesting.
So
Well, you had the Yankees back then. I mean, the Yankees were a dynasty. Well, they were.
Well,
were the
I mean-
Yankees not a dynasty?
oh yeah,
Are they not considered
I
that
thought
team?
they lost to
They
Arizona.
were-
They were considered. They're honestly considered one of the greatest teams of all time.
Yeah, but everybody's sucking
Didn't they
off
lose
Billy
to
Bean,
Arizona,
and he
though?
never won a World Series.
They lost to Arizona.
one
that
year. But you look at Arizona's pitching staff; they had 2 Hall of Famers. You had Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling.
Well, that's what you need to have to win. You
Well,
need
we
to
don't have that.
Really
I
good
think it
players.
was
We don't have that.
I think it was
Who, the
Yankees
Cardinals?
versus Arizona. In
Well,
2002.
you don't necessarily have to have Hall of Famers on the team. You just got to have, like the.
But we don't
Royals.
have that kind of pitching either.
I think
we had
do this
dynamite
year.
pitching in 2006. Carpenter, Wainwright were at the top of their game, and that's why we won.
Really?
Wainwright was a closer, though. I
Yeah,
mean, if you
but
look
he
at the
was good,
starting,
though.
well, I mean, look at.
That's why I understand why don't we move Martinez flip flop Wainwright and Martinez.
I was thinking the same thing, but I like the way it looks now.
You like the-
After what happened today,
I don't know. I'm
Martinez is a good closer.
I'm just worried Wainwright can go out there and just lay an egg. That's what worries me.
What do you mean by laying an egg?
Meaning
His curveball's amazing.
get
He's-
destroyed.
his
he could
curveball's
get
back.
the shit hit out of him. That's what worries me.
We'll
Very
try
true.
hitting a 71 mile per hour
So,
curveball that drops right on the edge.
If it's on, if it's not on, it's getting lit up.
Let me ask a really stupid
been on.
question. Now,
Not his first game back.
when a player on a sports team gets injured, but let's say they still have 2 or 3 years left on their contract, are they still paid the same amount?
Yes.
Yeah.
In Major League Baseball, you get paid the amount of your contract, no matter what.
Yeah, in football,
You do not lose it.
In
Football,
you're
you do
fucked.
not.
They have no good unions there.
So what do you mean you're fucked in football? So you just
So
don't get paid at
football,
all?
they can cut you and you're out.
Really?
And
If
you
you
don't
get
get your
injured?
Yep.
I thought it was like half pay or something. No.
Nope.
Wow. Jeez.
No, baseball players are pampered,
Yeah.
Pampered.
They got good unions.
and that's why a lot of players don't give a shit if they're hurt,
That's interesting.
like Dexter Fowler.
Well, that's why they came up with sabermetrics
Well,
because
that's
they can't
because of
afford
his
them.
A-lock.
Well, can we all just say, after talking about the Cardinals over and over and over again, and we hope they make to the playoffs, and yes, Matt Carpenter, you do have delicious, succulent, amazing salsa.
It's pretty.
Thank
good.
you, guys. Thank you,
Salsa's
Cardinals.
good.
right? Come
Yes.
on, go Cardinals.
Go
Go
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Go-
I'll
come
get-
on.
I'm not rooting
Come on.
against them.
Go Cardinals. Come on, Blue. Let's hear it.
Go Cardinals, and I can't wait till we have the show after they win the World Series, because then I will be fucking.
We're gonna have the show
ridiculous.
during the playoffs.
Yeah, we should. Yeah,
Oh my God.
like
So-
They'll
I
have
am.
Saturday night
I
games.
am gonna go
my
crazy.
God.
In
I'm
2
gonna go
weeks,
crazy.
we'll know.
Here's
if
the
they
thing.
beat the
So what's
Brewers.
cool is we can actually they do Saturday night games for playoffs and shit.
Well,
if they
they're-
make it.
probably-
Okay.
I don't
With
know.
that being said, we can't show the game,
Yeah.
but we can watch the game on the projector
Yeah.
and then comment about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can commentate the whole time. Yeah,
And I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of viewers, even though everyone's gonna be watching the Cardinals game.
and it looks like Carpenter just stole second base.
People, let me tell you something. This
That's
is
a
going to
bunt
Trader
from Beta.
Network. Watch us live on your phone, iTunes, YouTube, and Facebook.
You better believe it.
Whenever I poop, I like to make my legs not shown under the stall.
Blue sits down when he pees.
He does. Blue does sit down when he fucking pees, don't you?
I do. So what?
Can I ask why? Why do you pee sitting down?
I don't feel like aiming. I just want to, piss. I just want to be comfortable. I don't want to stand there. What's the point of standing?
You do that every time you.
He creates a
Big.
spray. It's a mist. Psst.
Yeah.
Well, that's what women do.
When you have a big
it's a
dick,
spray.
your pee goes everywhere.
Oh.
so
Oh, wait, no.
you
That's
know,
what
you
it
gotta
is.
sit
You have
on-
such a big dick that you want your penis to just fall right in the toilet. and
Just put it in the
Exactly.
toilet. Just
Yes.
drop it in there like
Yes.
a
do.
hook and bait. Just
I actually
drop
have
it in
to
there.
bend it backwards and up, and then the pee just kind of trickles down.
What if you
Can you
have
stop turning us on?
What if you have an erection? It's kind
I
of
don't-
hard to tuck
That's
it.
called a win.
Well, you can't piss when you have an erection because your
You can.
urethra is stretched.
You can, but when you're sitting down, you have to tuck it, and it hits the toilet seat and it bends.
I just want to say, my mom said, "Hi, sweetie." Hi, mom.
Hi, Mom.
And Todd, he's a faithful listener of the show. I know him a little, pretty well. He said,
Hey.
"Laugh my ass off. I'll be at the game tomorrow. I'll fill you in on the details."
Hey, Todd, please do.
He also said, "Put up a shout." Can someone read that? I can't read.
Put up a shout out
Yeah.
We are not contenders. We are the St. Louis Cardinals. We'll always eventually win the World Series. Wow. Way to go, Todd, for being corny.
Hey.
I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
We like it.
Leave
All
him
right.
alone.
All right, man. Jeez.
We like it. I'm sorry.
Hate.
Hey, Todd, we like your comment because you are a Cardinals fan just like all of
What's
us.
that video down there?
This?
No.
What is that? Jeez.
You want me to play that?
Sure.
All right,
Hey,
hold
it
on,
looks
hold on.
scary.
Hold on.
Did you really put that on there?
Fuck yeah, I
That's
did.
funny.
It's terrible that I had the Live Tonight thing in the way. I didn't know that was going to fucking happen, but let's try.
Jeez.
Right now,
You
guys.
know what he looks like? What was that movie? The Vietnam War movie.
Oh, Vincent D'Onofrio.
He looks like
in
he looks at
Full
us-
Metal
look at
Jacket.
him, like right before he kills himself. That's
Hold
what
on.
he looks like.
Hold on, wait. Let me turn off the music, guys. Right now, we are on our Going Dutch Radio
He
Network
does, he's
Facebook
like-
page. Right now, we're on our Going Dutch Radio Network Facebook page. Hopefully, this will
Click it.
Doesn't he? Look at that.
And that cat looks like Arlie.
No,
and-
hold on. I gotta expand this shit.
You gotta turn the volume on.
Hold on.
Put that on pause. There it is.
Going Dutch Radio Network, Saturday night, 8 p.m. I'll be there.
Oh my god.
Oh, brother.
Oh,
Look at that
my
top
God.
center one. That's
How
kind
about
of
this one?
there too.
Hey,
Christ. Nightmare time.
guys! Right now, we're watching our ads. Everyone, be quiet, just so you can hear us.
Sir, can I help you? Going Dutch Radio Network. Tune in tonight at 8:30 p.m. Central if you want to see more of this. Good book.
Oh my god, the most ridiculous ads ever. I love it, people. I love it. I love it so much.
That got 2.7 thousand views.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Get the fuck out of
All right,
here.
one more video.
Man, this guy's gonna be like in movies soon.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Let's start again. Guys, right now,
Hold on, can you start one more time?
real quick. Right now, guys, if you're watching, we're watching some of our ads just to make fun of us. We don't normally do this. You will see our faces, and we'll be talking about more sports and other bullshit in a second. Let's watch Candy's latest video. And
Hey, can you start it one more time?
yes, and our latest ad.
Hold on, can you start one more time?
Looks like I'm right on time. Going Dutch Radio Network, 8:30 p.m. Central. Tune in.
Wow.
Okay, come on, guys. I mean,
like-
Let's get back on track.
it's corny as fuck, but I like it.
I like it too. It's like Monty
What's more
Python.
corny, that last ad that we just watched, or fucking Matt Carpenter's fucking salsa being talked up this much? Okay, I hate to bring it up,
But the
salsa.
salsa was good.
but the salsa's right here, people. Matt Carpenter's salsa.
It's
buy it at Schnucks.
Plug.
Yes. For a limited time.
Buy at a
only.
shop and say, well, they're still open.
Get the
You
fuck
can't
out.
buy it there. There's only at Schnucks.
There's only 1 gram of sugar in that? Wow.
Yeah. Oh, he's healthy.
Yes.
That's why he's eating. That's why he's making
right.
salsa, dude.
Well, no, I was wondering why it tasted so good.
Oh man.
There's
All
a
right.
bunch of sugar in it.
Please, people, comment, Colin. We appreciate it. What is the next topic
Who's
for
next?
the
Next?
Yeah, what's next, people?
The giant mound. Which shouldn't take that long.
No. Let's talk about it. People, if you're watching, chances are you're probably from St. Louis. If you know Crestwood, you know there used to be a nice Crestwood mall that used to be more packed than any other mall in St. Louis. Okay, it really was, and I lived less than like a quarter mile away from it. Everybody used to live pretty damn close, I guess, in this room.
They have all that land and they're not
Yep.
doing anything with it.
So they recently, or not recently, 10 years ago, I feel like knocked down the damn mall. And then they created this giant fucking mound that was like 100 feet up in the air for like a quarter mile up against Watson Road. They couldn't build that mound further back. They had to build it right up against fucking Watson Road.
Well, because it was going to actually be like buildings and like businesses, but I guess that got scratched. And then they just left the mound there forever.
If anybody would like to speak their mind about the mound, please let us know.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
It's not a pitching mound.
No, it's fucking okay. It
Bob
was,
Gibson mound.
It was so old that there was grass and plants starting to
Falls
grow.
down
It is a
from-
Bob Gibson mound. Yeah.
They were starting to plants and shit was starting to grow from the mound, the giant Crestwood Mall mound.
Viewers,
Okay?
now the mound is gone.
That gives us back to St. Louis. That
Yeah.
is
Yes.
That is
Yeah,
typical of St. Louis.
That is symbolic of St. Louis.
And guys,
It
earlier
is.
before we went on break, we were talking about is St. Louis getting better, safer, more dangerous, or is it getting
That is
worse?
very symbolic of St. Louis.
And
yes.
yeah, why let it sit for that fucking long? Somebody can make a decision and do fucking something about it.
Yep.
But they don't.
Yep.
Because we
It
live
just
in a
sits
fucking
there.
society where we can bitch about it like we are right now, but we don't actually act on
And
it.
that's a lot of good land too.
Well, we can't because we don't have money. We don't have pull. We don't know
Crestwood has
politicians. No, we don't have money. Like, I mean, we want to get rid of the mound, or at least we want to play on it or something. I mean, they won't.
Well, the
leave
mound
us
is
on the
gone.
mound.
Mound's
Play on the
gone.
mound.
It's a fucking
Oh, the mound is gone.
Yes.
Well, that's what I want
Oh.
to talk about. So they just starting a week and a half ago, started shoveling that mound away. So
Well, I like the mound.
You like the mound?
Well, I mean, it was kind of cool. You know, it was like a Hokia mound. So they would have kept building it. We could have had like a tourist attraction.
No.
Just saying.
Could have had mound fights. I like mounds.
King of the mound.
Speaking
hairy mounds.
speaking of people building stupid shit, is there anything that you guys can think of that was a total flop that was built in St. Louis that like didn't pan out? Anything?
Nothing off the top of my
anything
head.
that was made? Anything that was, you know what I mean? Businesses? Anything? How about the Arch? Come on, we live in
No.
St. Louis.
No, that's always been a tourist attraction.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only
Oh,
thing
I'm
that
sorry.
keeps
Hi-
us on
The
map.
dome. Done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay.
But actually, the funny thing is, I heard so.
How are they still open? America
No,
Center.
so the funny thing is, I was talking. Guy I was talking with earlier today.
He was fucking him. He was fucking him.
is. He actually lives in that area,
Yeah.
so
Take a
like
quick-
North City and stuff
Hey,
like that.
I'm going to take a quick piss while you're talking.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Take a little
Please,
tinkle.
thank
But,
you for
uh,
letting us all know.
He was actually telling me that they are making more money off that now than they were when the Rams were playing.
Just private events and just random stuff?
Just events.
That's fucking
Get
crazy.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm dead serious. Yeah, yeah. Because we were talking about, we're like, what the hell are they going to wind up doing with the damn dome? Because right there in viewing distance.
That seems pretty
And
fucked up.
he said they're making more money off of it now than they were when the Rams were there. Because you think about how many Rams games were home games.
You're right. Yeah, there's only 8.
8. You had 8 home games,
Yeah,
and the
8
rest
home
of the season, nothing going
Well,
on there.
yeah, but I don't ever hear anything going on at the Edward Jones Dome.
You
Do
got
they have
me?
like
I
a
don't
gun
know.
It's
show
pro-
or something?
I have no idea.
No, I mean,
What-
that's
for-
what I
They,
heard.
they could. I mean,
That's the last time I heard an event
For the
going on there.
exception of the big car show in St. Louis, once a year, towards winter, that is like the only big event. But I will admit, because I go down Wash Ave, not often, but I mean, at least
do they
once
do
every
the
couple
boat
months.
show there? I don't know. Do they do the boat show? The boat show there
every
too?
single time I'm going down Wash Ave, there's always people walking by, like, while we're down there getting drunk and shit faced, happy hour, like with like name tags. You can tell like there was some event, and they're all kind of huddled around the America Center, or what used to be the fucking football stadium.
Yeah.
And I mean, do you guys think that we might ever get an NFL team back?
No.
Ever.
Yes, I think we will.
How
Yeah,
about we-
eventually?
What would fill that void? Do you think a basketball team could fill that void?
No, I think an NFL team is going to come over here.
You think so?
Well, I mean,
Really?
Well, you have the LA Chargers and the LA Rams. Eventually, the Chargers, I think, are going to come here.
I felt like St. Louis had definitely a big enough base to have a football
It was
team.
no. It was strictly about real estate. It was all about making money off real estate. It had nothing to do with the fans or
Or
anything.
the team? It didn't have to do with the team?
No,
So they could have
not
won.
with Kroenke.
They could
Not
have
with
won.
Kroenke.
Really?
Yeah,
No, it's
They
Kroenke.
could have won the
I agree.
championship
No,
5 years in a row.
Kroenke made more.
And it was still a done deal.
Kroenke made more money moving to LA than he would make here.
Kroenke put puppets in place.
Had nothing to do with the fans.
Yeah, that would make the team unsuccessful so that he could move the team to where he wanted to move.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
what it came down to.
And I will say that at this point, the LA Chargers are having a very difficult time, getting people to come in and fill up their stadium.
Well, that's their own damn problem because
And-
they
and-
knew that.
And
they
this
knew it going
and this
into
is
it.
and this is the first year that they've been in LA.
LA Rams are doing pretty
So if you have two teams in one city, you can't tell me that they're both going to stay there. Both of them are going to stay there very long.
How did
One of them is going to stay,
Jets
the
and the
other one's going
Giants.
to leave.
I'm
Jets
sorry to
and the
break up.
Giants.
How did the Lambs?
The Giants are mainly in New Jersey.
How did
though.
the Rams do on their first year of moving to LA?
good. They made the playoffs.
That says a lot.
But you look at what do they? So you look at the last 5 years? Would you say of our draft picks when they were or when the Rams were in St. Louis? Our draft picks. We drafted in the first round a defensive lineman every damn year.
That's why they have a good
As
defensive
soon
line.
as they get ready to leave, oh well, let's draft a good quarterback, number 1 overall. Let's get let's get a good running back. Let's get some receivers in here. We didn't have anything, and they did that purposely so they could not have the attendance. Blame it on the attendance.
Whoa! You're saying it's almost a conspiracy.
I say 100%.
Whoa! So wait! I want to make an assumption. So, what you're trying to say is,
I'm saying Kroenke tanked it on purpose when he was here so he can move the team.
So we purposely made the football team go to shit.
Well, not we, but
sorry,
the people in play. Yes.
Wow.
You know what? You have
I didn't even think about that.
You have 8 games a year. Even the Cleveland Browns have good attendance. You have 8 games a year. You're going to get people to come out and fill the seats. You can't ever say, well, the people just didn't show up. I mean, the people will show up because you simply don't have enough games to where, it's going to be thin. To where you're,
dude,
I've been
to some games. I've been to some games. Right. I mean, the year that they, it was the last year.
I've been to preseason games and it was filled up, and I'm talking about a few years before they left.
What do you mean by filled up? Like Cardinals game filled up, or you mean like half the stadium's filled up?
About 3/4 at least.
The top bowl, 90% of it's completely empty. Which has the most seats.
You could never argue that the reason he moved was because the fan base was shitty. There was a very good fan base. There always was.
No. But that was part of his argument, though, is what I'm saying.
Well, no, but his argument is not correct, though.
And he tanked it on purpose. You can't say that he put Fisher in place because Fisher's done it before.
I could probably agree with Mickey on this one. It's possible.
But I think a lot of people...
Kroenke's just that dirty.
A lot of people might argue that he wanted to move to L.A. for better attendance, but I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it has everything to do with real estate.
It's a better city.
Well, yeah. Well, real estate.
It's not,
it's
not fans at all.
It's Los Angeles. You look at the venue, the venue itself, what they could actually do, and they could do concerts in there, and that's all money he's reaping.
Yeah,
could you imagine
big
if Kroenke would have invested into Matt Carpenter's delicious salsa?
That would be great.
It would be at more places than just Schnucks.
Felt good.
Yeah, it's clearly not about the fans, and it never was.
Definitely not about the salsa.
Especially when 2 teams are in one city. If it was really about that, then there wouldn't be an LA Chargers. They'd still be in San Diego. Yeah, the Chargers drew when they were there. I agree. So this is about property.
So you think Kroenke was the only reason why we do not have an NFL team? There's nothing else behind it. It was only him.
Khan, what's his first name? He owns
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, he's from Illinois. He loves St. Louis. He wanted to move the Jaguars here, but Kroenke kind of beat him to the punch. He bought the majority of the Rams.
Well,
St. Louis Jaguars sound pretty good. I like that.
See, Kroenke didn't own the team
which they might move here.
I hope so.
Once, what was her name? Georgia Fontier?
Yeah, Georgia Fontier. Yeah.
Once she died, the team was inherited to the kids. The kids wanted nothing to do with the team. Kroenke swoops in, buys the team because that's the only thing he could do. He couldn't just get an expansion team. So he had to buy a team. He bought the team, and that, like I said, I think the whole thing was planned out. He bought the team and basically planned on moving them to Los Angeles.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I would say that's possible.
So, for people to think that there won't be another NFL team here, there will be another NFL team here.
I don't know. We've struck out twice.
We have a market. Jesus, they're over in London. I mean, they're trying to expand it globally, and it's not working. St. Louis, they will make money in.
We'll see.
Why doesn't a basketball team come here? I feel like we have
the
right fan base.
I don't know.
We have a ton of people, a ton of college kids that love fucking basketball because of college. Yep. We have a ton of city people that love fucking basketball.
Where would it be?
I don't know.
I like Golden State.
I don't think it really matters about where it would be in St. Louis. I feel like if you would build it, it would definitely come, right? I mean, what do you think is a better idea? The fact that the major league, professional soccer team?
No, basketball by far.
No, I don't know.
Wait. There was a bill.
Soccer.
There was a bill. Last year? There was a bill that you either voted to vote to have a professional soccer team here in St. Louis, which I feel like there's a fan base, or B, it would go towards like the police. If you voted no, it would go like money would go towards the police. That was like vote B. Well, if you
Well,
didn't, you would actually pay and support the police.
A lot of people market it so obviously you have two sides of the story and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And the one side actually marketed it as a tax increase on the city of St. Louis, which we just got done discussing. They can't even afford trash pickup.
Right.
They don't want to get taxes raised on them for a soccer team.
Right.
Yeah.
And since St. Louis does things the way they do, in terms of county separate from the city, it would have the soccer team would have happened if it was in the county. I guarantee that.
Really?
Yes, guarantee it. They could actually put the stadium where the old Chrysler plant was, and that would have succeeded because you already have the soccer park over there. You've got the kids right there for the I can't think of the actual select team over there.
It's in Anheuser-Busch or something.
Yeah,
select team.
well,
I
well,
think
they got bought out. Who's the big player now? They in St. Louis company wise, I think they do like
Boeing.
No, it's actually like a St. Louis based company. Boeing's based out of Washington. Who's the actual?
Boing.
I can't. Nevertheless,
But hold on, I'm trying to think now.
they're actually like it's actually owned by a former soccer guy. He played professional soccer and indoor soccer.
So here's the thing, Mickey. We know that you're going to be a little bit more biased for soccer
Correct.
teams because you love soccer.
Correct.
You
That's
bleed soccer. Is that?
I
a good
haven't
way to say
bled
that?
soccer in a while, but yeah.
Lead it.
I mean, this guy, he loves soccer so much he'll get red in the face, more red in the face than he is now. Sorry, that's my bad. But yeah, who likes soccer here? Who would enjoy a professional soccer team? If you had to pick between a professional soccer team here tomorrow or basketball team, who would it be? Blue, go.
Boy, that is tough. Shit.
It's just a
Can you give me some time?
All right.
Ask him.
No one can see you. I'm just letting you know.
I have no clue.
Let us know your thoughts on life.
I would pick basketball
Basketball.
Why is that?
because I find it more entertaining.
Well, but you say professional, but I mean, and you can attest to this. The teams here, the players are not at the caliber of the teams over, in
Well,
Europe
they would be better than any
No.
other college teams. Or, I
Yeah,
don't know.
but
see, I feel like the more bigger cities that you go after and build teams,
But you look at
in
the-
a sport, the better players you get.
I'm
right?
going to throw this
I don't know.
out, and you guys actually think about this one. The cities in
we
which
will.
soccer's going to are growing cities.
Kansas City's one of them.
Seattle.
Seattle,
Yeah.
Portland. You've got growing cities where soccer teams are going. The basketball teams are dwindling. Cities.
Biloxi.
So
No, I'm kidding.
I think it'd be neat to have either one. I mean, I don't know. I'd go see some games.
Okay,
I feel
so
like basketball because I
Yeah,
I
I
know
kind of
nothing
agree.
about basketball, so I feel like that's why I would want basketball, and I feel like it would do really well in the city of St. Louis.
think so.
The demographics are fucking
Yeah.
perfect for it. Absolutely perfect.
Everybody
All right?
goes crazy
Oh,
for
well,
March
well,
Madness.
No. Listen to me. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, thinking about it. In the city, we have a very nice, diverse culture, okay, between, white people, black people, Hispanics, and a lot of Chinese people in Chesterfield. With that being said,
Think about the Bosnian people, though.
the Bosnians and Afton. I know. I
They
lived
like
with all of them. And I went to school with most of them.
They
I
like
love them.
soccer. They like
and you
soccer.
know what?
I love Bosnian people.
They're Greek and like that type of that part of Eastern food. Oh my God, it's so good.
Barracks over on Sappington. Yeah.
One of Aaron's favorite Bosnian restaurants.
Is it ironic? The number one thing I love more than just the Euro is that cucumber sauce that happens to look like sweet cum.
What is going on here?
I don't know about that one, but it's good.
Anyways, what was I talking about?
Come.
So,
No.
yes,
Basketball.
Yes, you're talking about since
Anyway,
you like
so-
cum, you want to have like a basketball team.
No, I was gonna say the demographics is perfect. We got a lot of younger college kids who are like diehard fucking basketball fans. You know what I mean? Like they're all coming to college. That's like the thing. Okay, and then you have the demographics in the city. Okay, that love basketball. Why not?
Well,
I
that-
feel like it might do better than any NFL team
Racial
could ever
profiling.
Well, no, that's
Yeah, a little bit.
That's why it's
In a
such
good way.
that's why it's such a hard question to answer because we have so many Bosnians here. They love soccer. Could a soccer team thrive? Yes. Basketball could thrive as well.
I
So
think
it's
either
like,
one
which
would do good.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's do both.
Why don't we get one of them?
Let's
We
do
can't
it.
get. We won't get either.
How about we
I
create?
know we won't.
Wait,
Nobody
why?
wants to come
how
here.
about St. Louis
Because
create?
we can't even keep up our damn downtown area.
How about we create our,
Oh, yeah.
our own hybrid sport where it is football or it's football?
It's basketball.
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 Yeah.
You know what it is? Ultimate frisbee. Oh yeah, hybrid.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
can
I
start
I know
a
somebody
sport.
plays professional.
Dude,
Yeah.
I have a guy that I work with, and he does ultimate frisbee like college level.
Yeah.
Dude,
He's good.
They've
he's-
actually got
he
professional
smells.
for that.
He smells amazing.
Oh, well, okay.
Does he have a huge dick?
I don't know.
Do you want to know?
Somebody's hosting a watch party.
Get
Fucking-
the fuck out of here.
Yeah, going to Radio Network, guys. Thank you. If you are watching right now,
A
we are
watch party,
live.
huh?
We are live right
There's
now.
people on couches like watching us.
We are live right now on Facebook,
I like
YouTube.
Look out.
We are live right now on YouTube and Facebook, and it's been a pretty decent show so far. Please like and subscribe.
Please.
And comment.
Pretty
Call,
please.
call all over us. 636-926-6945.
I like to watch my poop go down the toilet.
What?
You like to sit on the toilet when you pee.
Yeah, how could you watch it?
Well, he's really.
You have your legs like totally spread.
He's
What-
really transgender.
He actually
He's
stands
trying
up to
come out
shit and he
us right
pees
now.
sitting down.
I like to watch it. I like to watch my poop.
He actually like squats like on top of the actual like toilet tank.
What?
He gets on top of the toilet tank and squats over the toilet.
He takes
Well,
upper.
actually-
So he does it backwards.
That's called an upper deck.
So-
Hey,
That's
I was
what
just
he
gonna
does.
say that
That's
upper
how-
decker.
That's
Stop
how he
stealing
wants-
my fucking
I thought
lines.
upper decker was actually where you shit in the tank part.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
No, he actually stands on the tank and shits into the
That sounds like
Yeah.
almost like a high diver or something,
Yeah,
kind of
well,
doing some weird shit.
That's how he does it.
I like it.
That way you can watch it.
I gotta pee
what the
so
fuck is
bad.
everybody talking about?
I know. I gotta pee.
All right.
Oh, hey,
I'll
you
start.
got a host.
I'll start the next topic. You go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Nick host.
Okay.
We're talking about the marijuana.
The next topic is marijuana. Will Missouri pass the bill? I believe that is in November.
This guy's relaxing over. He's
Real
got
quick.
shoes off.
Real
and he's
quick. I just,
reclining.
if
I need a
I don't
foot
mind
massage.
bringing this up because I do have to go pee real quick, and I'm gonna be up there for a minute. Does
Okay.
anybody need a beverage while I'm up there? Okay.
Yeah, I'll take another beer.
No.
Would you like
Please.
Would you like another water candy? Would you like?
He wants another Coke. A Coca-Cola.
Actually,
No, I'm watered out.
can I get a water and a beer for either of us?
what are we gonna share?
Okay, so a beer and a beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a water. Do you have
I
any
don't need a
bottled
water.
Okay.
Oh Lord,
I
have mercy.
bought I flavor bottle water.
Ooh,
I'll take the
It's
flavor
Is
like
it
bottle.
good?
Propel.
What
All right,
kind
I'm
is
gonna
it?
take a
Ooh.
piss. You guys talk about weed.
weed.
Here we go.
Good luck.
Okay,
Smoking
here's
the marijuana.
Come on, Nick.
Here's the deal. Marijuana. Will Missouri pass the bill? I believe it takes place in November. I think November 7th, maybe. What's everyone's thoughts on medical marijuana? Because that's what is going to be on the ballot.
Go.
You know, it's sad that we've gotten to a point. Why is this music still playing?
I don't know. It sounds like Rush, doesn't it? It does. It really reminds me of
Hey,
Rush. in the
we're
back.
talking about marijuana here.
Okay,
Let's be
I'm-
serious.
All right, look. You know what's sad?
That's why I'm thinking Rush.
You know
because
what's
I'm
really
stoned.
sad is that Colorado has legal weed there. There's no problems. They're making money. People are
They're
selling
making a
it.
shit ton of money.
Over here, we're still voting on whether we can
Maybe
have
we could
medical
get our
marijuana.
maybe we could get our trash picked up
We're
in the city
still-
if we actually made it
yeah,
legal.
right.
So wait, Colorado, you said?
Yep,
Colorado,
the state of Colorado.
total-
It's not medical marijuana.
Nope,
It's
it's legal.
legal.
period.
If
It's
you
all
want to
ball.
smoke weed, you go ahead. Here, we're so that ass backwards that we're still voting on whether we should have medical marijuana. That a doctor can give us marijuana if we're dying
We're
of
a
cancer.
red state. We're a red state.
Which is fine sometimes, but in this case,
Well, we're not very progressive.
Lord.
well,
Hence, we're the show me state. We like to let everybody else go ahead with everything, and then we're like, oh shit, I guess we should do it now.
first of all, I 100% believe in medical marijuana. I believe it's better than pain pills, and there's a lot of people
Yep.
out there in severe pain
I agree.
that need the edibles or whatever they want to sell it in.
it's better than opioids.
Absolutely.
Gummies.
But at the same time, I believe it's come to a standstill because of what police have had to deal with people who actually smoke weed and who are problematic.
Nah.
And not everyone needs to be on weed. Okay, I think it's a selfish act by people who want to smoke it and get high that we can't even pass it on a medical standpoint.
What do you, I'm inquiring here.
Yeah.
What do you mean by what the police are experiencing in terms of
Well, they
drug
pull-
dealers?
Drug dealers.
Well, there's drug dealers because it's illegal.
well, drug.
Like my point was
hold
earlier.
on. Drug dealers and the people they pull over who are under the influence of marijuana.
Whoa! He has dropped down a can on your head.
Shit.
Whoa! Just dropped down to. What was that?
I don't know. Something fell out of my ass.
God damn.
That could have
If
killed
that would
you.
have hit you in the head.
That would have, you'd be unconscious on the ground. You'd have to give him CPR or something. Jesus
oh my
Christ!
God.
I don't even know if that was on purpose.
No,
The
I
building's
believe.
falling apart.
I think there's a lot of bums out there who smoke weed, and they make the police jobs hard for it to even pass as medical marijuana.
Are you sure they're not?
Are we going to say that this?
Here we go. The
No,
only
I'm just-
comparison.
Well, that's all we can compare it with. I mean, because obviously we can't. I mean, what else are we going to compare it with? I mean, this is a drug.
This is more of a social drug than marijuana.
What would you consider marijuana? Just a drug?
I think it's just meant to get high and deal with pain.
Well, that's what this is intended for. You get off work, you don't want to deal with your
Yeah.
day, you get hammered.
But you at least
love
want to
it.
go out and do stuff like we're doing now, whereas a lot of people who smoke weed can't handle it at all,
No, I can't handle it. I get sick, but
and
nevertheless.
they just want to sit around and do nothing.
Well, God forbid that.
Well, I mean, as long as they're not hurting anybody.
No, trust me, medical marijuana, I'm totally on board because it's better than opioids, and there's people out there in severe pain that really need it, and it's hard to overdose on that. But if you smoke it long enough, like a lot of people do, and believe we grew up with a lot of people like this, it destroys brain cells, and it just makes you not that bright.
So,
This destroys brain cells,
but
too.
how does that, cause society to fall apart?
Oh, this guy's like a waitress. I said
it
you're
doesn't.
like a waitress. Thank you.
I do think that it should be legal eventually,
Appreciate
and
it.
I don't smoke it, and I never will because I don't like it. But at the same time, I think a lot of people who smoke weed, the majority of them just do not have their shit together, and they
Was
never
that
will.
you? You did that.
What the hell is this?
That literally almost knocked him
Dropped it
unconscious.
down on my butt. It fell
No,
on my
literally.
ass.
If he was back like a
Damn
6
it.
inches, it would have knocked him unconscious.
God, I was trying to think of something funny, but I didn't think it was gonna.
Let me get these on you.
Yeah, that was very mean.
Yeah, that was mean spirited.
That hurt.
I knew it wasn't gonna hit him.
He could have severely.
I knew it was not
He
gonna
could have
hit
had a concussion.
I knew it wasn't gonna
That's
hit him.
you could
Guys,
have gotten workman's comp.
close. It
You
was
could have
close.
gotten workman's comp. out
Guys,
of
right
him.
now, if you're watching, I dropped some plastic thing right down. It ended up hitting him. It hit his ass, but at the toilet above the studio, there was a laundry chute, and
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't going to hit you in the head.
Should've
I was
just
just trying to
pissed
scare
on
you
me.
guys.
You could have
It
peed
could
on
have.
him.
I mean,
You could have peed
It could
on
have
him.
hit him. It was
You
very
would have to lean
dangerous.
back as
You
like.
could have taken a triple decker.
Oh,
Yeah, it wouldn't have been
just
good.
shit right on him.
So CJ, we're
I
talking
wasn't
about
trying to hurt you. Okay.
I think
I'm
an
sorry.
apology needs to be in order.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I was just trying to.
apology accepted. Do
There
you
go.
think
There you go.
All right,
medical
we're getting
marijuana
into the marijuana.
should be passed?
What have we talked about so far about marijuana?
Well, he's
So
well,
yeah, go ahead. I'll let you explain.
What does Candy think?
I think I think it should pass.
He said miracle, and then we got into talking about Colorado and the taxes that are the revenue that can be had from legalizing
Okay.
as a whole.
Okay.
How we could actually get our trash picked up in the city of St. Louis if they just legalized the shit.
well, maybe. The
You're just
problem-
worried about the fucking trash being picked up.
why not?
It will
It's
eventually-
only a very simple thing.
It
It'll eventually blow away.
It eventually will become legal, but my only argument against legalizing the whole thing is most of the people who smoke marijuana cannot handle their shit, and it basically just destroys brain cells and will make you dumb.
Perfect. So you feel like that's going to ruin St. Louis, just weed itself being legal?
No, I don't. I think it's going to ruin people's minds.
Okay.
I
but-
think a lot of great creative stuff came from people who smoke marijuana.
I think there's a lot of great stuff that came out
Yeah,
of LSD.
but let's
Yeah.
face it, people today are not that
Wait,
great.
real quick. Did anyone say no to medical marijuana? Like for
No.
people that need it medically?
No, not at all.
No.
Okay, so Candy, you do
I
believe
wish I
that
had a reason to.
100%.
medical marijuana should be legal?
Yes, it's better than opioids.
I
Period.
agree.
Okay.
Yeah, so if this doesn't pass, then there's some seriously fucking
I am
wrong.
actually going to go.
Which honestly I don't doubt.
I am going out and I'm going to vote on it.
But
I'm going to vote yes.
me
So
too.
here's the thing, Candy. But you don't want marijuana to be legal for anybody.
recreational
recreational.
purposes.
For
Yeah.
recreational use, but the medical, if legalizing medical marijuana is definitely going to just be 100% of a segue to legalizing it, for recreationally, right?
Yeah, and I wouldn't be opposed to it. I just wouldn't waste my time and vote on it. But at the same time, a lot of people who are smoking weed today don't need it.
So let me ask you this, everybody, round table this shit. Who thinks? What do you guys think about liquor or alcohol? All right, we're talking about alcohol.
Yeah.
Beer, liquor, spirits, wine, whatever. Moonshine. What do you think is worse for you? Not just physically, but just overall. What is going to affect society
Weed.
more? Do you feel like
marijuana.
marijuana, or do you feel like alcohol would make society worse?
Well, if you're talking about
Marijuana.
if you're talking about an individual, if they are an alcoholic and they
The average,
and they drink
I know.
every day,
Yeah.
and you compare it to someone who smokes every day,
Smoking weed every day.
I think you'd be healthier if you smoked weed every day.
Okay, so healthier, but
Yeah.
just do you feel like what would
Psychologically,
society
Alcohol is more of a social drug than marijuana.
would society do better if all of a sudden weed came into play recreationally and then alcohol dropped out?
Absolutely not.
maybe not
I say
better,
yes.
but I
I
don't
feel
think
like it
there'd
would.
be.
I say yes.
I don't think there'd be any.
Yeah, you'd be
change.
dealing with a lot of slow, dumb people. Okay.
There's a lot of.
Or you
dumb
could deal
people
with a
who-
lot of alcoholics driving around
Kids
that don't know what the hell they're
Kids today do not need to be smoking weed. Okay? Nobody really does.
Okay.
Because the odds are people on weed, it's the same story. They can't handle their shit, and they're stealing the weed away from people who actually need it, who are sick, who
Well, they don't need to steal it if it's legal.
Yeah.
Then you can buy it.
Well, no, if you're sick, you'll get it.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. Yeah, they should get it through the insurance company. Yes.
It's the same
But
thing.
I'm saying if it's legal,
You
nobody
don't-
needs to steal it then because you can buy it at the
Yeah,
quick trip around the
you
corner.
don't need a script to get
See,
it.
this is
it wouldn't
see,
be like that.
See, this is why these things don't pass is because of people like you who simply will
You're
not,
pointing your fucking finger at it
who
too.
who simply will not look at the facts that smoking marijuana
Up close.
does not, it doesn't cause a whole bunch of issues. It really doesn't. I mean,
I don't think physically
well,
or
what are they gonna do?
This kills brain cells and is
Eat
bad
a bunch
for your
of
liver.
ice cream and watch reruns
Okay,
of The Office.
coming
I mean, what
from
the
coming
fuck?
from
I'm
somebody
just talking about from a lazy country.
coming
We're
from
already lazy.
Nah,
hold on.
it's true.
Exactly. We don't need to be more lazy.
coming from a family that had somebody that was so much of an alcoholic that he almost died a few times from it. I feel like if he was a raging marijuana smoker instead, I feel like
A little bit different.
yeah, definitely.
Well, of course,
Without doubt.
of course it would be okay, but you have to have a little self-control. But at the same time, marijuana still destroys brain cells over a period of time, and
So-
it just makes you dumb.
So does alcohol.
So get rid of it.
Actually,
then. Get rid of all of it.
Alcohol.
Well, that was we attempted that. That didn't work so well.
Yeah,
Al-
prohibition. We talked about a
Prohibition
few.
didn't work well.
Hold on, real quick.
Alcohol does not destroy brain cells, though. I will say that it doesn't destroy. Marijuana does.
Alcohol does too.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. There's no doubt.
Look it up.
Not
Getting
really.
belligerent,
Right now.
No,
getting
I've-
fucked up,
I've-
getting drunk.
I've actually
off-
looked it up.
Yeah, if you're an alcoholic.
Were you looking up while you're really drunk, while you're losing brain cells?
No, I was at work. I was at work. So,
That was really awkward. Yeah.
but there's different effects on different people as well. You can be a very responsible pothead. You can be a responsible alcoholic. There's a lot of different things. But
Right.
overall, if you're going to assume
Shit.
What's going
that
on here?
I was trying to change the camera angle. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
it's almost
Zoom
as
it in.
distracting as the music.
No, I hope it passes.
It's
in
Rush.
November.
Leave it alone.
I really do.
Sounds like Rush.
It does sound like Rush.
Because then people who actually need it will get it.
Mean pride. No, his mind is not for rent.
I mean, the thing is, you can't blame the drug. You got to blame society. And why does society?
Well, I blame the
Why
person
are,
first.
Why are we drinking and smoking and on pills and everything? Why is that?
Pharmaceutical companies making money off of it.
And because it feels good.
Really?
But still, why? Why do people need this escape
For
Because
of what?
their
Of
regular
drugs?
life
from their
sucks.
daily lives?
Because
Yeah,
daily
For what?
life
Alcohol or what?
Just in general.
Because
Why-
daily life sucks.
but
No.
why?
Let me ask you this.
Is there just big babies out there?
No, with that
No,
being
daily
said,
life sucks.
I mean, not counting Candy because he's a sober one, but let's talk about us three. I got a beer right now. You got a beer, and Mickey's got a beer. Why are we drinking while we're doing the show? Why are we doing it?
Because it feels good.
What, no,
Losing job.
And I'll tell you what, some beer tastes good. Okay, smoking weed.
Smoking weed.
Honestly,
I mean, beer
no.
tastes good.
Honestly, I think it's because of advertisements. Because I feel like since it's Saturday, I should be drinking.
Beer,
Huh?
I'm telling you,
there's
beer,
not really very many ads. for
beer and
anymore.
alcohol, liquor.
Are you kidding
You
me?
can taste
baseball.
it. It tastes
Watch
good.
a baseball game.
Uh-huh.
Beer's everywhere.
But I hate the taste of Budweiser. It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Sickens me.
Well, yeah. Well,
I'm a cuck.
mean,
I know.
That's too strong. Okay, so Mickey,
Begin.
legalize marijuana.
Legalize it all.
Blue,
Legalize
we know you.
LSD, crack, legalize everything.
How about you, CJ?
I do not believe that every drug should be legalized. I don't think it would work correctly
It'll work.
in St. Louis like it does in other cities. We have too much crime. It would if you added every drug and just threw it all on the table and said, "Here you go, boys." I don't think it's
Tell
gonna
you
work
what,
out, man.
Well,
We'd
they
be
need
a
money.
rich ass city.
No,
we wouldn't
they-
need to worry about teams leaving here.
No, the crime, like we discussed earlier, is because of the trade. Because the drug dealer down the street's getting the money that you want, so you're gonna fuck them up.
I'm telling you, man. There's so many addicts in St. Louis. There's so many of everything.
People
Yes,
Prescriptions.
because of the drug trade,
Opioids.
So rather than fighting the drugs, the drug war,
which you can't win.
why don't we educate?
Yes.
Educate people.
Well, not dare.
Because
We-
people are stupid.
I know
We
that,
know
that-
how
that's,
dare win.
that-
That's a rational.
it's a great idea, but it just seems like for some reason that
Rather
plan never ends up working.
rather than locking them up in prison, why don't we take them somewhere and get
Edu-
them off? Get them off the drugs.
Get them off.
Get them off.
Oh, Mickey, do you just want to get all those? You just want to get them all off, don't you? Get them off. All right.
I don't know what this next topic is supposed to be about.
Well, I will tell you that this is Going Dutch Radio Network. We're live right now. Comment, call us, fuck us.
No.
I like farts.
Can we take a small fiver?
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Tiny tank. I want a slice. Can I have a slice of pizza? Oh my god!
God
He is
damn it.
screaming like a little girl.
Hold on.
He has broke the camera.
Hold on. He might have broke our camera. Hold on. We got to make sure this is. I got it. Hold on. Wait,
This guy.
hold on. Wait, before we
You
go
would act
before
like
we go on break.
this is why we need medical marijuana because of this guy.
Well, right. What were you about to say before we went
I
on
don't
break?
remember.
Isn't that unfortunate?
Wait, about what? About what? What were we talking about?
We were about to talk about something.
I can't remember.
About marijuana?
Okay.
think it was-
Can anybody give a funny, good synopsis of what we talked about so far live on this show?
Go baby blue.
Go ahead.
Baby blue.
What we just wait? You mean just like in general, like everything we just
As
talked
Trump.
about?
In
you have
Trump
to do a
voice.
Trump voice.
In Trump voice.
All right, everybody. What we just talked about was some amazing topics, phenomenal, amazing, big topics, big deals. We talked about the Schnucks buyout of the week, pathetic Shop and Save. Let me tell you, Shop and Save. I've gone there a few times. Let me tell you, I did not go back in. Awful, awful service. The people who work there, the cashiers, they look like hicks. Disgusting hicks. Low lives. But they voted for me, so whatever. Is St. Louis getting safer or more dangerous? Well, we know who it is. The Mexicans. The Mexicans are illegals. Specifically, they are causing issues. They're coming across the border. They're causing issues.
Isn't he kind of racist too? You should
feel like
throw
he
the
is.
blacks in there. Throw the blacks in there too.
No, he doesn't talk about the blacks. Are you kidding me?
He doesn't talk about the blacks?
Wait, I can't see the rest of the.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, Trump. What have we talked about so far on break? Or, so far on the show?
We're
Our
talking
5-minute
about
break's gonna be over by the time this is over.
I know.
the Cardinals.
Great
Great
team.
organization. They won a lot.
It's going to be huge.
But they're not the Yankees. The Yankees are the best baseball franchise of all time. Mickey Mantle, Roger Clemens. I love Roger Clemens. Me and him, we've done a lot of unbelievable things togetger.
They've snorted coke off
We've
hookers'
done,
asses.
we've done a lot of chicks together. Believe me, it was
They've even done each
unbelievable.
other. They've even done each other. How about that?
Big dick, just like mine. Big hairy dick.
Small ham
Giant
cell.
mound in Crestwood. I have not fucked any women in Crestwood, but I will tell
I
you
do
there
that.
there are giant mounds in Crestwood. Believe me, Crestwood, good piece of ass. Marijuana, I don't do any drugs. No drugs. No drugs at all.
All right, guys. That was a synopsis of what we talked about so far on our live podcast, which we are live still right now. Going Dutch Radio Network. Please, we are going to go on.
We're going to go live.
We are going
on a
to be
break.
on a commercial break. That's right, guys. We are going to be on a commercial break for the next 9 minutes. We'll be right back in 9 minutes. Minutes. We'll be right back, guys, in 8.5 minutes. We're going to go on a smoke break. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. We'll be right back. Going Dutch Radio Network.
Is it good?
Guys, I just want to say that I was on YouTube a lot recently. I get on there all the time, and I listen to Michael Bolton. I listen to a lot of different bands, but I was scrolling down and I typed in Dutch. I just was looking for the movie Dutch, and basically what happened was I saw Dutch Radio Network, which you can find on YouTube.
Yeah.
I started watching it. I enjoyed what I saw, what I heard, and I said, hey, I have to follow these guys, and now I am on the show. I kid you not. Your dreams can come true, and you can be on Dutch Radio Network as a guest. You're not going to be a main star like us, but you can be a guest. That's one of the places you can go to watch Dutch Radio Network is on YouTube. I'm going to let this guy to the left of me tell you where else you can find Dutch Radio Network. Thank you.
I'll be honest, the first time I realized Going Dutch Radio Network was the best podcast, not only in St. Louis of motherfucking Missouri, but in the whole United States and the whole world. It just blew my mind. I mean, it just absolutely blew my mind. They have the best Facebook page ever. I mean, oh my God, I could just go on and on. You know, if you guys ever go on their website, goingdutchradionetwork.com, it is like the best fucking website ever. And I was once on the show, and oh my God, like, I almost passed out. Like, the camera's on me, and I was just feeling so good, but nervous, and I was a little hard. But
It's okay. That's the way I felt the first time I was on the show.
Yeah.
Okay? But now I'm kind of a regular on the show, and I really enjoy it. A lot.
You guys are a bunch of Nancy fucking Pantsy boys. Let me tell you something. I listen to Going Dutch Radio because I like their kind of talk. They talk straight and they talk forward, and that's why I listen to fucking Going Dutch goddamn radio.
all right, guys, so look up Going Dutch Radio Network, like us on Facebook, and subscribe.
YouTube and Twitch.com.
Whatever they just said.
All right, guys. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. That's right, guys. Going Dutch Radio Network. I am CJ, your host, and the crew with me today, to the right of me, if you're looking at the camera, it is Blue. How's it going, Blue?
Not bad. Feeling good.
All right.
Feeling pumped up for this.
Wow, good. All right, and
Fucking
to the...
pumped. No, seriously, I'm really pumped.
Like, how pumped are you?
Like, I am just keep going. Just talk to the other guy. I can't even explain how pumped up I am.
Well, I have a name, Blue.
All right, on that note, the man to the left of me, his name is Candy. How's it going, Candy?
It's going pretty good.
So pumped.
I'm just as pumped as he is. Well, maybe not as pumped. As
I am
he
so
is,
fucking pumped.
but a little pumped.
God, I feel like there's a lot of pumping going on.
I actually have a few questions. I was actually wondering how the show came about, Dutch Radio. You never actually shared it with our viewers. Maybe you have, but I haven't heard anything about it.
Yes. So me, CJ, that's right. I am CJ, the host. I decided during conception that I wanted to start doing a online podcast where we could do it live at least, once a week and be able to kind of have archive podcasts to watch, because I thought it'd be fun to talk about politics, conspiracies, controversies, and so forth. And that's really how it came about, if you want me to be honest. It's that simple. And within about 3 weeks, I think, we got all of the equipment. We got everything: microphones, mixers, computer software, everything. People, you have no idea how much this shit costs. It's
Including
ridiculous.
the table.
Oh, no,
And the
we're
table.
getting a new table.
We're getting a new
soon.
table now?
We are. All right, guys. Guess what? We are back from break. We are back from break. This is Going Dutch Radio, and we are back from break. Now, if you notice, we did a little bit of musical chairs. Is that what you guys call that? I think musical chairs. Yeah. We're not in the same formation as we did last time. It's pretty interesting.
He's turned off.
Oh, are you still off?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, I'm on.
Someone
now.
turn off your mic.
I'm on now.
All right. We have one last topic to talk about. And what is that topic?
Masturbation.
Best favorite director, favorite actor / actress. I have a lot to say, so I'm going to start with Mickey and then CJ.
Okay, so we people are individually going to say who is our favorite actor, our favorite actress, and then our favorite director. Go ahead, Mickey, you're up.
Go.
All right, we'll fly right through this. Daniel Day-Lewis. Kate Beckinsale.
No, you gotta say why.
Oh, Daniel Day-Lewis. He's just a good actor. I don't know. I literally have not seen a movie of his that I don't like.
Okay.
Actually, I'll take that back. There's one that I'm not really too great on. But yeah, no, I think as a whole, he does a good job of acting.
Mm-hmm.
Kate Beckinsale. God, she's hot.
Get her.
And director. I'm gonna say this because he's so shitty. M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, wow. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, you're lying.
I would definitely not say M. Night Shyamalan.
Why is that?
Well, do we want to do me first or do we want to do you first?
Let's do you.
Let's do it all.
Okay, well, my favorite director is P.T. Anderson. I get very excited about seeing his movies. I have every one of them. Ever since I saw my very first movie I saw of him was Boogie Nights, and then I watched pretty much every single one. I would say number 2 would be, I don't know. I think I might go out on a limb here and say Phantom Thread.
What the fuck is that?
Phantom Thread is P.T. Anderson's latest movie, and I'm actually in agreement with you on this one because Daniel Day-Lewis is one of my favorite actors. And it's between him and Leonardo DiCaprio, but I would say Daniel Day-Lewis is the best. That's why I like Gangs of New York so much, because they both do phenomenal jobs in that movie. And I believe that was Scorsese. He would be my number 2 pick, is Martin Scorsese. But P.T. Anderson and Martin Scorsese. And then third would be Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino.
Because of his unique...
I mean, I love him.
Quentin Tarantino and P.T. Anderson both have very different, unique styles when it comes to directing. Martin Scorsese, I mean, Goodfellas, The Aviator.
Oh, God.
Gangs of New York.
Gangs of New York. How long is that movie? Isn't it like 3 hours and 21 minutes or something ridiculous?
It's a very long movie.
I mean, it's an amazing
Yeah.
movie. I'm not trying to bash it by any means. But
No.
Can't bash Marty Scorsese.
It's good.
Marty Scorsese.
One of my favorite movies that's kind of, off the subject.
is Good Burger.
Yeah, that too. Spike Lee, actually, I really enjoy Summer of Sam. That's one of my favorite movies.
Ooh. You kind of cause a little reaction in my brain right now.
But yeah, it's kind of hard for me to
My
say
picks.
who is number 1. But if I had to pick who's number 1, director P.T. Anderson, actor would be
And
Daniel Day-Lewis.
If there was one trailer of a movie that symbolizes candy, what movie would that be? Like that makes you feel, ooh, I just want to get more of it.
Deep Throat.
Boogie Nights. Boogie Nights as a whole,
Really? Seriously?
they took an awful actor like Mark Wahlberg and P.T. Anderson made him
I agree.
unbelievable. That's his only role that he does an amazing job in, and it's
vulnerable.
because
Endless shrimp.
of the director.
So, Candy, you feel like what symbolically represents, real acting and movie, just everything in a whole is the movie Boogie Nights.
As far as my director, yeah.
I like it. All right. Well,
No, he's very right. And I haven't obviously given my picks yet, but I think Boogie Nights is a treasure. It's a cultural treasure. If we were going to launch something into space, to give to the aliens and
Play
say
it.
this is a great movie,
Boogie
that
Nights.
would be one of them.
People, let's play the trailer. Boogie motherfucking Nights. Boogie Nights.
My favorite movie by P.T. Anderson, by the way.
It's probably going to get flagged.
Eddie Adams.
Eddie Adams from Toys.
Yep.
And that's why.
Filmmaker.
Dirk Diggler.
Filmmaker. Adult films, exotic pictures. I want to be in business with you, Ed.
Oh, my God.
Heather Graham is so hot.
Something a little sad.
Julianne Moore, great actress.
You feel like this really symbolizes acting, like, for real?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can barely hear them talking.
You need to watch the movie again.
Well, the thing is, the reason Mark Wahlberg was so great in this movie was because he had just, he was Marky Mark. He was a big deal for
the Funky
like
Bunch.
2 years.
Right.
And then, his career kind of, was nothing. And I think that this movie encapsulated what he went through, and that's why he was so good at the role.
Really?
That he was up here, and then all of a sudden he's nothing.
Directors can take an actor that's just average, like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction with Quentin Tarantino, and make him great.
I think John Travolta is a better actor than average. in my opinion.
No, he is, but he's not the greatest. But in Pulp Fiction, he was unbelievable.
Okay, so
I mean, he was great.
He was.
Mickey,
he should win an Oscar.
Mickey, what movie? Because you already said your picks, right?
Yeah, picks are done.
Okay,
Yeah,
your
all
picks are
mine's
done.
done.
With that being said,
then
what
some.
movie, what movie really takes it home? What you're just like, God damn, that's so fucking good. Oh
The
my
Big
fucking
Chill.
Oh,
The Big Chill.
yes.
And who's in The Big Chill, and why is it such a amazing movie to you?
Oh gosh, you got Blue's favorite Jeff Goldblum. Oh boy, that guy. You've got Kevin Kline, Glenn Close, Tom Berenger.
I've never seen that movie.
Help me out, Blue. There's a few others in there that I can't think of off the top of my head.
Well, you have William Hurt.
William Hurt,
He won an Oscar.
I've never seen The Big Chill.
What is the
Dude.
matter with you?
Oh man,
I've never seen it either.
Seriously.
But I'm not a movie person. But
I know. I've heard great
should-
things.
All right,
Seriously,
have you guys seen the Breakfast Club?
Yes.
yeah,
So this movie,
Come on.
basically made the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club copied this movie.
really?
In a roundabout
It's
way.
people
yes.
hanging out. They're post-college, they're in their 30s, they're talking about, we used to believe in this, but now we're fucking, we're big sellouts.
Just has 5 people in the movie.
and that's basically what the
there's-
film's about.
How many would you say? 7 or 8?
6. There's about 6 people. Yeah, Glenn Close, the 2 chicks. Then you got Goldblum. Just saying his name's funny. You got Goldblum, Klein, William
it's almost
Hurt,
worse
Tom
than
Berenger.
It's almost worse than Dirk Diggler. Let's be honest.
Just
check it
about,
out.
yeah.
Come on.
Get the hell out of here.
All right. So
But all the actors and actresses, I
Just
mean, they're all
phenomenal movie.
They're top
Phenomenal.
notch.
Yeah.
actors
really
and
top
I love
notch.
it.
All right. So Mickey's favorite movie, what really symbolizes, real acting, and what really symbolizes Mickey in general for movies
there it is, yeah.
is The Big motherfucking Chill, people.
Ryan Reynolds?
Let's get a good look at it and see what
3 years later was The
hell
Breakfast
he's
Club.
talking about.
Come in where there's laughter.
And a great
Come in and
soundtrack
share
to
the
boot.
Which I have in my car.
That's why we're going to get kicked
The
off
CD's
YouTube.
in my player right now.
I really can't play this. Fuck. It's just going to be this the entire time. We're going to get kicked off.
It was the best thing that ever happened to me. I mean, how much sex, fun, friendship can one man take?
I mean, this trailer doesn't do it any justice.
And they're smoking the marijuana.
Which,
And it looks like a cigarette.
which definitely should be illegal, according to Candy.
The chick on the left, I would totally bang, wouldn't you?
She was in
God.
oh, what was that movie? I can't remember.
I would kiss her tits.
You
I'd
would
kiss him.
You would just give him a good goal. Like, what do you mean? Like, can you give us an example of how you would kiss her tits?
I'd be like, I would take her tits
There-
and be like,
look at this guy. Blue loves this guy. I don't know. I think he's the
Because-
What
worst
the hell's
one in
his
the movie.
What's his name? I forgot his real
Jeff
name.
Goldblum.
Jeff fucking Goldblum. What's
That's
wrong
right.
with you?
Yeah.
I'm
What's wrong
retarded.
with you?
I'm not a movie person, dude,
Oh
at
my-
all.
Jeff Goldblum.
I'm all about podcasts and shit, dude. Podcast.
Well, Jeff Goldblum is like, he's in.
I know.
He's
I know. I'm not
iconic.
good with names, man.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, you need to.
That's a good one.
So, Blue, I want to hear your best director, favorite actor, and actress.
Well, this is such a hard question.
And Charlize Theron is my actress.
I've heard it through the
All right, so
grapevine.
I'm gonna go with my favorite actress, Ellen Burstyn. She was in The Exorcist. She played the mother in The Exorcist. She was in The Last Picture Show. She was in, oh my God, what's the film about the heroin addicts that Darren Aronofsky made with Jared Leto? Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
Requiem for
Yeah.
she was good in
Dude,
that.
can I just
Ellen
talk?
Burstyn's great.
I'm sorry to break this up, but Requiem for a Dream. I watched that whenever I was 12.
Yeah.
That's why all drugs should not be legal. Because
Didn't you?
right there.
Didn't you
No.
think Ellen Burstyn should have won Best Actress
Drugs?
for it?
Yes.
Drugs
Drugs are bad.
scared the shit out of me after that. Normally, like most movies that portray drugs, whether in a good way or even a really bad way, drugs
Who
has
won that year?
drugs have always, in movies kind of made me want to do more drugs. Like when somebody, like a speaker, come in, like, yeah, I used to be hooked on cocaine, like it would be someone like a speaker at a school. Or someone talking with a voice box because they smoke cigarettes all their life. For some reason, it made me want to smoke more cigarettes. Like it seemed like the reverse effect. For the exception,
What
of
year did it
fucking-
come out?
For the exception of Requiem for a Dream. Oh my God, that scared the fucking shit out
Basketball
of me, man.
Diaries was good
When
too.
did Requiem for a Dream come out? Was it 98? Because if it was 98, it was
Let's look at the-
that spoiled bitch who won Best
Kate,
Actress
or what?
for Shakespeare in
Oh,
Love.
I
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
Jennifer Connelly. God, she's on too.
No, it was oh my God.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, she won, I think, over Ellen Burstyn, who did,
Much better.
a much fucking better job. Best Actor, Jack Nicholson.
Ooh. Hey.
I think he can do it all. He's cool. He's an icon.
he's hip.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
Any
Nest.
fucking
good
movie
movie.
he does, he stands out. He eats up the scenery, but at the same time, he can become that character. And my favorite director is Alfred Hitchcock.
Nice.
Wow. What movie symbolizes you, Blue?
I don't want to say The Big Chill, but I think I am.
What is it?
Big Chill.
I don't know.
It gotta be something different when he picked.
All right, fine. Fuck. I mean, I didn't think about that question.
What movie
that's-
trailer?
Jurassic Park.
No, not Jurassic Park.
Because dinosaurs open doors.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Dogs can.
I'd say The Last Picture Show.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Ellen Burstyn was in that. Oh, The Last Picture Show.
The
Yeah.
Last Picture Show.
The
Who was
last-
the
What was that about?
younger gal in that?
Sorry.
Well, let's find out.
Sybil Shepherd.
Sybil Shepherd.
She was fucking a piece of ass back then.
She,
Jeff
she got
Bridges.
naked in that.
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges, he's a good actor too.
Yep, great movie.
The Last Picture Show. People.
And it's in
Take
black
a
and
good
white.
look
What
at
year?
it.
We're watching trailers.
1971.
This is the Last Picture Show.
This is gonna make me like an old fucking.
This is Blue's
Bart's.
Bennett's cold,
favorite
cold
movie.
heart was on everybody's hip.
I'm gonna look
parade.
at a big hipster because I like this
Taylor
movie.
was getting married. Boys wore ducktails.
See,
The
that's Jeff
police
Bridges
action
right
in
there.
the Far East was Korea. And Anarene, Texas, like other small towns,
It's the worst preview of all
is
time.
approaching the end of an era.
Maybe not of the Living Dead too.
You could have said It's a Wonderful Life.
Real quick, I just want to say, even though the audience can't see us right now, I just want to say, Blue, you were so the old fucking fashioned, like everything. Everything about you is always like the old fashioned, like sleep in separate beds. Like everything is always old fashioned with you.
He's
Hold on.
Desi
I'm not saying in a
Arnaz.
bad way. It's just very fucking
I
interesting.
got one older than him. The Bridge on the River Kwai is one of my favorite older movies.
All right, let's finish this trailer. This is Blues.
Are you sure you want to?
No.
This is Blues movie that symbolizes, real.
Well, I mean, this is gonna make me
This
like
is
a total
a slice
ass.
of Americana.
No, I mean, I don't know what. I've never seen this. So
No, but believe me, it is the complete opposite of a slice. It takes Americana and turns it on its head.
I heard about the ball game last night.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my
Jesus.
God!
121 to 14.
This is what goes through Blue's head all the time.
See, the young guy ends up fucking her, but he really wants to fuck Sybil Shepherd. Her.
Look at her.
And she fucks Jeff Bridges.
Don't be so mealy, man.
That's Ellen Burstyn, great actress.
gotta be men like the rest
Who's that
of
great actor?
He wants to fuck that guy.
Whoa.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's kind of weird
Yeah,
for.
Exactly.
When was this movie made?
1971.
Yeah.
And when is this movie?
It was deliberately
when was
shot
this
in
movie,
black and white.
When was this movie supposed to be portrayed? Like
The 50s.
Look at Sybil
Yeah.
Shepherd.
Whoa, and they had some gym coach that wanted to fuck a guy? That's weird.
Yeah, no,
Seriously, that's
yeah,
weird.
no, it was rated R. Like, it was a very, you know.
You hipster fuck.
What?
Put your dick in my mouth.
Well, she was a piece of ass back
Yeah,
then.
she's hot back then.
I would jizz all over her face.
It's a lie.
I'll stay with her all night one of these nights, too. She done promised.
You won't either.
Yes, I will. Why
The other
shouldn't I?
film I would have picked, though, was The Big Lebowski, also with Jeff Bridges.
Whoa.
He's
Not-
giving him a knuckle sandwich.
Not a good fight scene.
Definitely not. All right, guys. That was a synopsis of Blue's best cinematic picture.
Did he
Oh
kill
my
him?
God.
Which was
I
called The
mean,
Last Picture.
I feel like a total ass right now because
Why?
of the
What do you
preview.
mean?
Last
no,
show?
the-
You
the
could have picked
preview's
It's
so
a Wonderful
terrible.
Life. You failed.
I don't know.
How about you, CJ?
Yeah, when are you going to
Come
come
on.
around?
I want to
and
hear this actor. That
Be
you
a
wouldn't
man.
know.
I don't really have any director because I don't know anything about movies.
Who's the actor?
Michael Bay.
Okay, so I told the guys
Mickey
earlier
Rourke?
during break that my favorite actor,
Name
male
starts
actor,
with an M.
starts with an M, and his name is Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman.
All right, I'm going to leave.
I told you guys are gonna be mad. You guys are probably gonna leave because of it.
He was great in Seven. Like, he was.
Yeah.
I mean, that was his best role. He was fucking and The Shawshank Redemption.
I've never.
I'm not going to argue with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Here's the
he's-
thing.
He
will
was a
s-
good actor.
It's not even just the acting, and no, it's not only the voice.
He was great in Batman.
But he himself, think about it, he always symbolizes something in the movie. Like he's always that person to go to, someone to comfort you. And
Strength.
And it always worked out. It was never like, oh,
It's
here's
because of his voice.
It was never like, oh, here's
It's
Morgan
soothing.
Freeman again. Like even in his cheesiest B-rated, what should have been B-rated movies, like all the Almighty's movies, like it still comforts you. Like, oh, there's Morgan. Not
and-
like, oh my God, there's Morgan. Like, oh, there's.
Well, obviously he
and
didn't
that's-
comfort someone in Seven.
And that, and that's kind of why I picked Jack Nicholson, because he's always the guy in the movie. Like, what the fuck's gonna happen? Jack Nicholson's on camera. What's gonna happen? You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Yeah, I totally get it.
And he does a lot of different
Hey,
stuff.
put that sauce in the refrigerator. Don't waste it.
Oh, you schnooks loving son of a bitch.
All right, who's your favorite
Female
fucking actress?
Pam Anderson.
Good luck with that one. Is it Ellen Burstyn Jr.?
Sandra Bullock.
Hold on, give me a few seconds.
It better not be Sandra Bullock.
I think
I swear to God on my life, whenever we were upstairs during break, I was thinking like, oh yeah, definitely Sandra Bullock.
What the
I'm not lying.
She's good looking.
No, but no, oh, it has something to do with her
You don't think
looks. No,
Sandra
I'm not going by
Bullock's
looks. I'm going by acting. With that being said, Pamela Anderson. Without no, I'm kidding.
There it is.
No,
Charlize
That make
Theron.
more sense than Sandra Bullock.
No, I mean, ooh.
I mean, there's a lot of good actresses out today.
Can I have a
but
little bit
they-
of Can I have a little bit of magic salsa while I think?
Why don't we play some like music to where? Oh no, wait, we can't play music.
Yeah, we can.
Like like scary Jeopardy music. Like you're gotta come up with the answer soon.
Matt Carpenter's magic salsa is making me think a lot.
It's making you hit home runs.
It's got to be the salsa. That's what it says. 15 calories.
And you can buy it at Schnucks only.
And it costs how much?
$7.
How much?
$7.
$6.99.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I need mine. No, it's good. It's good though.
This is gonna. I'm gonna sound like such an ass.
Oh, just say it.
I don't remember her name. That's why I feel bad. But I
What
think about
movie?
like the past 10 movies that she's been in. It's fucking amazing.
What is it?
movies?
Catherine Heigl.
She was married, unfortunately, to Tom Cruise.
Katie Holmes.
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman.
Oh, she's pretty good looking too.
It has nothing to do with just the looks. Like she could fucking act. It wasn't. It had nothing to do with the looks for me.
She can act. Yeah.
She can fucking act,
I
man.
agree.
She
Yeah.
can play,
Yeah.
and she can play in the
She's a good
bedroom.
actress.
Guaranteed.
Eyes Wide Shut. Good movie.
Yeah, she was hot and Eyes Wide Shut with those
Stanley
glasses.
Kubrick is one of my favorite directors.
Oh my God! Why didn't I say that?
You didn't say Stanley Kubrick.
Oh.
He's probably my fourth.
You failed
favorite
on your
director.
movie and your director.
Well, because there's so much pressure in order
No,
for us
it's not
to,
good.
actually.
You guys can keep going.
I
with
know
this.
what's going on.
Dude,
You-
your face is. I think it's.
Shut up.
Your face isn't that normally red.
Mickey, please leave.
Jesus.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, his face isn't that red. And here's the thing: it won't be
Well,
that
your
red.
face is white. Looks like
I think
somebody.
it's the lighting.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I want you guys to continue with the show,
That'll be
but
cool.
Candy has to get going.
Well, we only
I
have
can't
10
believe
more
you're
minutes.
leaving and we're talking about.
We're finally
Film.
talking about movies.
Finally talking about movies on Going Dutch Radio Network.
Well, Stanley Kubrick would be in my top 4.
A Clockwork Orange.
Can I please?
I would honestly say
can
I like
please
Eyes Wide
change,
Shut the best.
You know what? Stanley Kubrick is better than Alfred Hitchcock. So yeah, it's Stanley Kubrick, and for me, Stanley Kubrick is my favorite director of all time.
Why?
He never made a bad movie
Because
I
he's
mean, they're
very
all
unique.
fucking amazing.
He's very the directors I just named: P.T. Anderson, Quentin Tarantino, and Stanley Kubrick. I'll leave Martin Scorsese out. Those top 3 have very unique and different movies from each movie to the next.
I forgot about Goodfellas.
Every single one of them are different.
Man, you're off.
Well, I mean,
Martin
it was so
Scorsese,
fast.
number 4. He made one of the best movies I've ever seen, Goodfellas.
Let me ask you this: between Robert De Niro, who's that short fuck that's always in all the
Joe
movies with him?
Pesci.
Joe Pesci. Yeah.
Who is honestly a better actor?
Robert De Niro.
Bob De Niro. Yeah.
How about you, Mickey?
De Niro.
Yeah, De Niro's definitely better than Joe Pesci. But
Cape
the question,
Fear, Raging Bull.
But in Goodfellas, Ray Liotta, he made that movie. I mean, that is one of the best roles of all time.
The whole movie was good.
Like him and Malcolm McDowell in A Clockwork Orange. Those are like just the greatest roles of all time. Like you just can't beat them. They're not the best actors, but those roles to me, you think about them all the time. Well, I mean, I think about them all the time. They're fucking just like, just great rebellious characters. I like rebellious actors like Jack Nicholson, like I said.
I would say Eyes Wide Shut and then The Shining for Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick, Clockwork Orange, The Shining, Doctor Strangelove, Paths of Glory. I mean, it never ends. Full Metal Jacket wasn't even his best film, but it was great.
We only got a few more things we got to go through, then we're done for the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've had quite a long live podcast on Going Dutch Radio Network.
We sure did.
Live on Facebook and YouTube, Pornhub, and Twitch.
Shut up.
With that being said, what is your favorite mob movie of all time? Your favorite mob movie?
Goodfellas.
Why? What we mean?
Because it's so obviously Goodfellas. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, you can't
absolutely.
pick. What about you? Huh? What?
The Godfather.
Get the fuck out of here!
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I don't agree with The Godfather. Godfather's boring compared to Goodfellas. Goodfellas is strictly entertaining all the way through.
It's not boring, but
My
I mean,
favorite,
fuck, dude.
Casino. It had such a
What?
You mean The Godfather?
You know what you almost sound like Gilbert Godfrey.
You mean?
Oh my God!
Hold on. You mean?
You stupid ass! I can't believe you like that fucking movie!
You mean Goodfellas 2?
Yeah, no shit. That was like a sequel to Goodfellas, man. Fucking Casino.
I'm sorry, dude, because it was long, it was
Disgusting.
elaborate.
So was Goodfellas.
It was
So
good.
was Goodfellas. It was like 30 hours.
Goodfellas was amazing. I'm not saying it's not. It's right behind.
All right. So what made you change your mind?
It not changed my mind. I didn't change my mind about anything.
Oh, all right. So what made you decide that? Hey, you know what? Casino's better than Goodfellas. At some point, you decided
Casino had it. Here's the thing. I love casinos in general. Like I
He
love the
loves
casino.
Sharon
that.
No,
Oh
no,
my God! What a shallow ass argument. Go ahead.
I
I'm
mean,
listening.
I love gambling, and that's part of the reason why I'm, I guess, a little more biased towards it because
It had nothing to do with the directorial
it did. Yes.
integrity of it.
Hold on, but it definitely made me persuade more towards Casino versus Goodfellas. Like it definitely did. I mean,
It is an entertaining movie.
It is. It's fucking good. And it's fucking.
It's a good movie.
It's over.
I agree.
It's almost 3 hours long, and you would never know it. You know, it's not one of those like, oh my God, it's been 2.5 hours. Let it fucking die.
I would agree with that.
Sharon Stone was very good in that movie.
Come on, man.
And Joe Pesci was
But
the guy
What
from
do you think about
Goodfellas.
what do you think about fucking clown? What do you think about?
see, now that's from Goodfellas.
No, I like the part. I like the part in
So you're,
I thought about it halfway. I
you're
said it. That's why
quoting
I stopped.
Goodfellas. Yeah.
the part in Casino. Were just like this. He said, "You took your shoes off. You put them on the fucking table. You fucking motherfucker. You go over there and apologize. You better hope he lets you back in."
Casino or Goodfellas?
Oh, between those two Goodfellas.
Which team are you on? Good. Yeah, good.
But I already told you my Godfather.
Well, we're not going to talk about that.
We're not going to argue with that.
Would
because
you
it's a
guys
good
like to
movie.
know something? I've never seen The Godfather.
One? You need to watch 1.
I've never seen any of them. 1, 2, 20. I don't know.
Don't even watch 3. It's horrible.
Yeah.
1 and 2 is good.
No, here's the question: what's better, the first one or the second?
First one.
Really?
First one, I
Absolutely.
like the first one better.
Absolutely.
I don't like the back and forth in the
That's a toughie.
second
That's
one.
a toughie. Yeah, but that was kind of
You know, they
understand why
actually
did it, but it bugs
groundbreaking.
me.
they almost
at the
fired
time.
Al Pacino on that movie
Why?
because he wasn't convincing enough, and then he did the scene where he said, "Let me do one more scene," and then they gave him a chance to do the scene in the restaurant where he shoots those 2 guys, and they loved it. They said, "Okay."
What are you talking about? I got my dick off.
So it was good.
Huh.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You guys continue.
Wait, what? Hold on. What's your final thoughts, Candy, on the show?
Just
and
slide it in.
Let's say there was a million
Slide it
people.
in.
If there was
He's sliding it in.
there's a reason why he doesn't have
It's
sex.
it's
What
really
is he doing? He's a,
All right, he doesn't know how to handle that black.
It's very hard to slide.
What were you
All
gonna
right,
say?
Your final thoughts? If let's say there was a million people watching right now, what would you have to say as you're
there are a
leaving the
million
show?
people watching.
Guys,
About
thank you-
film.
Thank you for watching. I really like the fact that you think we're funny, and we are funny, especially because I'm here. And if you're gonna watch a good movie, I would prefer if you watched Boogie Nights, Goodfellas, Pulp Fiction, Eyes Wide Shut.
And Deep Throat.
Eyes Wide Shut.
All right,
Boring.
that's Candy. Look at him walking
Yes.
away. He's walking.
Bye.
Yep.
Later, man.
All right.
Look at that ass.
Yeah, I'd hate to see him walk
Is
away,
there an
but I
ass
love
there?
walking him walk away.
He has less of an ass than I do.
All right, it's right on you, buddy.
He has a concaved ass.
It is. So it's like a negative.
It's,
It's like saying women has an A, B, or C cup. He has like a negative B. Is that what it is? That's pretty interesting. All right, so
Oh my god.
do we have anything? I mean, we don't
So we're talking about movies.
sorry.
And the thing is, you don't like movies that much. I mean,
it's not that I don't
you-
like movies. I don't
don't-
have time.
What do you mean you don't have time? Like,
I
you
have
watch
a
all these Joe
podcast.
Rogans. You watch these Joe
Joe
Rogan
Rogan.
videos. What the fuck is wrong with you?
To be honest, I hate anything. I don't want to say I hate everything, but I'm not much into fiction. I watch and listen. I read a lot of books. I listen to a lot of books. I watch a lot of documentaries. I hate anything fiction. Now, with that being said, there are some movies that are just fucking amazing. Like, for one, you're gonna bash me for it. Here we go, because it has to do with astrophysics and stuff.
Sure.
Interstellar. I like that movie, even though it's so
Never saw it.
It's so science fiction that I should absolutely
isn't that
hate
the
it.
one Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah, it's Christopher Nolan.
All
Yeah,
right,
Christopher
all
Nolan.
right.
I saw that.
But
It's good. I don't know.
But
I
I
thought it
mean,
was good.
there's, like Goodfellas, for instance, is based on a book. Like, that actually happened.
Really?
Yeah.
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 For
I mean,
reasons?
there's real people. They all were
Hey,
killed.
can you
So
move the
on and
mic a
so
little
forth.
more towards Mickey?
Mickey
what?
Mouse.
Just
What,
like
this?
turn it, turn
Mickey-
it, towards
Mickey
me.
Mouse.
Well, that's a little too much. Wait. Perfect.
That's
Perfect.
Perfect.
That's delicious.
Great.
No, but I mean, I guess I don't understand why you're not passionate about movies, because I am. Because I feel like that I can connect with it, and it really says something about
It's the
our
great escape.
society. I mean, it's just like
I feel
TV shows. I think are cheap. TV shows.
How about Ready Player One?
No.
Now it might dictate what might happen in the future, but then again, it's a fake ass fucking movie.
Yeah, see, movies like
You know
that
what I
don't
mean?
mean anything, and
No,
that's
I'm not a
why.
fan.
That's why you have to go back to 1971 to get my favorite movie of all time, because back then, people made movies about shit that was going on. Like, people were pissed off about shit, and they made movies about them, and they were good movies. Now, I saw Black Klansman not too long ago, and it was a Spike Lee film, and it's about this black guy who infiltrates the KKK and so on and so forth. And it's supposed to be a movie about today, but it really doesn't represent today, the way that it should have. It's really about yesterday. What's going on today? And that's what the films back then were about.
Look, I'm no longer.
You know what
red.
I'm saying?
I'm no longer red. You fixed the lighting.
All right, I fucking give up.
I'm trying to. I mean, here's the thing.
You're just not passionate about movies. I get it.
Okay. I'm not passionate about TV shows. Does anyone have like a home run TV show? They're like, Not like anything recent. We're not talking about like Dexter or any Breaking Bad or any of those. But what's some running good, just like family good old TV shows that just that you thought was worth it?
Seinfeld. I mean, is that a thing?
Cheers.
Yeah, Cheers, Seinfeld, MASH. Yeah.
My favorite TV
Frasier.
show that I used to watch, Nick at Night, Nickelodeon at Night, right? Who's that old guy? Here's I'm really bad with names and shit and show names. I'm bad at names in general.
Yeah.
Who's that? It was the dad that always sat in that fucking couch. He was always grouchy the whole time.
Everybody Loves Raymond?
No, older, way older. I fucking loved it because the son-in-law was kind of a hippie looking.
Oh, Archie Bunker.
Archie, yes.
All in the Family.
All in the Family.
Dude,
Great
totally
show.
good. You know
Yeah.
why?
Great show.
Because the son, you could tell, like he was in his
Married
element.
with Children.
You know, he was in his element back then because
Rob Reiner.
They
Rob Reiner was
totally
his son.
portrayed kind of the hippie-ish kind of.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
They're
fucking good,
talking
man.
about real issues without being self-conscious about it. You know what I'm saying?
And back then, it was very controversial to be doing those type of shows. It
Yeah.
really was. Like you could easily lose millions because of it.
Yes.
You could lose. your whole
Especially, I
dignity.
mean, if you had a show on there now where you had an Archie Bunker, I mean, and he says, I don't think he ever said the N-word, and I don't think that's necessary to say that in order to, portray, some racist, old white guy.
What are you talking about? Nicaragua?
Yes, I am. But, like, to me, it seems like nowadays you just can't do comedy or satire without, having to walk on eggshells. You really can't.
I mean, these days, though, you can
It
really...
sucks.
We got 1 minute. I mean, here's the thing. You're right about that, I guess. But then again, nowadays, I feel like you can almost say whatever the fuck you want. Not that you're going to be criticized where you can lose your job, but you can be criticized pretty hardcore. What do you think, Mickey? What's your favorite, your goody two-shoe / all-time favorite sitcom?
Cheers. Cheers was a good one.
Why?
Because you had the difference. So you had Sam, who was played by Ted Danson.
Sam, yeah.
He was basically kind of an arrogant, pompous kind of guy. Ex-drunk, former baseball player guy, running this bar. And then you had, you had Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson was in that.
Rhea Perlman was the sassy
You had
waitress.
Shelley Long. And then after her was...
I'd bang Shelley Long.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then the one after her was
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley was
I don't know
good.
who the fuck Shelley Long is.
Dude, she's hot.
Yeah. So, yeah, just a lot of... It was just a good mix of characters.
So what are we talking about here? Like, I mean, is it like, we all pick our favorite actors, directors, actresses?
I'm just picking your guys' brain, man,
well,
that's all.
but no,
I mean, I'm not trying to get weird.
No, and no.
I'm not trying to I'm not going to all of a sudden get deep inside. It's like, oh, so what do you mean you're gay?
No, but like, I mean, the
mean,
reason.
it's
But
not
I mean,
what I'm talking about.
what's the reason why people do that nowadays? Like,
Do what?
Have lists. They want to have
Lisps, like rich,
like
or lists.
they want to have a list on who they think is the best of this of that,
because people
it's like
Because
there's
it's
nothing
a conversation topic.
Well,
no. It's not just that. People like not necessarily. I won't say just judge, but it kind of portrays what you are as a person. That black and white film. Out of all the people, if someone said one of these people are going to say this black and white film in the 1971 portrayed them as what they think is a just absolute astounding great movie, I wouldn't have picked anyone else but you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I know that's your personality.
Yeah. So you want to get an idea of who we are.
I like picking your brain, and I feel like the audience wants to know. Is there any final thoughts? Is there any final thoughts? Don't leave.
Well, he stole my...
Don't leave
movie,
right
so-
away. All right, we're going to talk a little bit upstairs. We got a little bit to talk about. A little bit something personal.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck is going on?
I'll be talking about it on Wednesday.
Why don't we talk about it now?
Ooh, are you sure?
On the
Yeah,
radio.
talk about it now.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Talk about it now. Yeah, do it. Do it. Do it.
Oh. No, don't talk about it on the radio then.
Boo.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay.
Awkward. All right, guys, this is Going Dutch Radio Network. Does anyone have any final thoughts, a little synopsis of tonight? And what if you had any words of inspiration, what do you want to tell the audience?
I don't know what to say. Have a good night.
I think it was a good show. Seriously, I think out of all the shows, and I can't say what I've 5 maybe shows I've done, I think tonight was actually the most fun I've actually had. To tell you the truth, just
Really?
because it was kind of it was laid back. It was, we didn't really get anything too deep. It was just kind of guys just sitting around shooting the shit.
I like it.
Yes.
I thought it was pretty good.
I like making awkward. All right, guys, this is Going Dutch Radio Network. Thank you guys for watching. We greatly appreciate it. We went live this Saturday, and we'll be live next Saturday at 8 p.m. Central. That's right, guys. We are going to go live next Saturday, 8 p.m. Central. Please like, comment, subscribe to us. We greatly appreciate it. Anyone watching on YouTube and Facebook, please like and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. We need a lot more subscribers on YouTube. We're in the 20s, which is ridiculous. We have a ton of Facebook fans, but not enough YouTube. And guys, if you want to watch on the go in your car, you want to listen to Blue talking, you want to listen to Mickey, you want to listen to Candy or me, CJ, download our podcast on iTunes. That's right, guys. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. We are out. Have a good night. This is Going Dutch Radio Network. Good night, guys.